The loss is not of wine. Your throne was once so golden that the tarnish takes us all in time. As you revel in your decadent access to the will like that on me, do I stand with the damned or the blessed, or find some land between?
Where the boundaries are boundless and the bounties are countless. Those with power have found heaven, but it's hell for the helpless. When the yells and rain fell and it showered around us, I was held in the grip of death and sucked out of a talent. Cause I've counted the balance that made mortality valid. I've become an army of one, I could fell a battalion, but I'm not overcompensating for anything phallic. What I'm lacking in stature, I've been endowed with in talent. How is David so gallant in the face of a challenge? Like the giant Goliath, the molehill made out of mountain. Check the size of my ego, you see how tired my mount is. From the day of my birth, I have been worthy of crowning. I'm a tarnished masochist and my heart is so callous. Like my palms after the battles that harden my malice. I've gone mad as a hatter, don't ask what happened to Alice. If you ain't got a taste for torment, develop your palate. So while you judge me from up in your tower and palace, your cup runneth over, causing a drought in my chalice. So I'll drink up your tears and I'll down them in gallons, then devour with the gods. I'm not calorie counting.
What if I don't wanna walk in your grace anymore? My faith is a fire, but the flame hasn't faded before. Should you come running over, spare me your sympathy. My love is left unspoken, so shed no grace on me.
The tree stands far from where the apple falls. When the leaves are gone, it's only half as tall. Now that the bark is decaying, the trunk is already breaking, I see the garden of Eden, that grace far beyond saving. Even the stars were obeying, but doubt has planted the seed. A question that has been rooted in runes that we can't read. Cause if the family tree is rotten, the branches are weak. We drank straight from the tap, the tainted sap that it bleeds. So no wonder we're tarnished, but not like gods are so polished. They said let that be abolished, now I cannot be admonished. And nothing's stopping my cursed fingers from gripping my feet. I can't be sent to my grave, it isn't written that way. No, I will not follow orders. If chaos follows order, I represent the lands between, but I'm crossing the border. Rest assured that the gods are not esteemed anymore. My lord, now I can see you and I have seen it before.
What if I don't wanna walk in your grace anymore? My faith is a fire, but the flame hasn't faded before. Should you come running over, spare me your sympathy. My love is left unspoken, so shed no grace on me. Since I watered my garden with doubt, oh how twisted the limbs that have grown. After all got its fruit,
gravity corked, and I let no corner be cut unless it can cut cost the corporate. But there's a business always conducted overboard. Is this a alcohol I should have called to aboard? The bigger picture's all the looking I can afford. When you spin your left window watching caution walking through doors, tell me what's just one small step for man. It's not enough to keep my feet where they stand. I was on top, but now they got me tied by the hand. How could anybody who's got me possibly understand? If I left off of this ladder, would it matter where I land? Which is your side of the fence? Figure it out, give your surroundings a scan. Looking into this eye, should have put someone on the no-fly. Now that we're losing more than a mind. Wallowing in an ocean of lies. Once everybody's in it, alright. When you're waiting up all the time, you'll find no closure. But I won't cry, it's over. No one will hear me screaming into the void. Welcome to mouth that fits without any voice. At least in hell the devil keeps you employed. Not that any consequences ever accompany choice. A single pixel out of place and it's an image destroyed. 99% efficiency is still missing the point. If I'm held to my worst moment, can you help but exploit? Go on, just have your cake and eat it. Hope you fucking enjoy it. Cause when we crash and this illusion is smashed, nobody's eyes will be blind to the grind of a knack. Dive right into self-pity, we can all drown. Sobriety's such a battle, might as well throw in the towel. Let this bottle I'm hollow swallow and watch it go down. Just be silent and smile. Teeth are shiny, what they hide might be foul. How you could climb to such heights for a nihilist now? Don't look down, all you'll find is denial. Looking into this eye, can see the fault in all of its might. The man who never draws any line, declines control. Out of the dark and into the fire, brighter burn. But I would set aside the eyes for all. Even if at the end there is that never meant that I find my closure. But I won't cry, it's over. Copy control, co-pilot, you fly. My side is two-dimensional. Do I see black or white? Can you take over my role since I couldn't decide? As I'm sentenced to indecision for the rest of my life. Step up and up the skin I was born in. Warden is your prisoner's presence annoying. Poisonous your words, don't you trip on them, you'll slip on a Freud. Sure, you work like a horse, the type pretending of Troy. I check the baggage, you ship with tragedy can't be predicted. After the matter will fix it, implicit isn't complicit. Is it? With the reflection benefit your condition. Guilt is what you're reading with till it's a face that you're spitting. And I don't wanna, so I gotta keep switching. Pain's a reminder we're living. One that my behind requires for kicking. I'm drifting into oblivion. My thoughts have gone fishing. Listen, I tried to do right, but right isn't how I listened. I must admit that I missed it without a victim to blame. What's an apology whispered into the vacuum of space? Alien visits are fictional, their existence the same. Depends on your definition, just wash the word down the drain. We can all become the beast even if it's not a ring. You may not be at the wheel, still you're so near to the range. What with the role I've been playing, now Captain carries my name. But I'm not alone on this boat, we'll both go up in flames. And action will take every cavity away. Feel the breath of the dragon today.
And welcome in, everybody! Welcome on in. It's good to have you all here. Welcome on in. What is going on, my sweet, disgusting monsters? How I have missed you. How I have missed all of you. I'm here, you're here. We're doing a fun collab thing today with Papa Oddly. And Dia, who I don't know too well, but I'm excited to learn about. Welcome on in. Hello! Oddly, it's you! Oddly,
No, it's me.
you!
I'm here. I'm here. It's me.
It's you! It's you! Do I know Dia? I don't think I've met Dia before.
I
Have I
don't
met
know.
Dia?
They might be coming a little late.
Dia, you know what? That's okay. Let's warm up and kill something. Let's murder something.
Yeah.
Mr. Baker Breadsticks, thank you for the follow, and I hope you brought enough for the rest of the class. If you didn't, I will take both of your legs as payment. Also, Comrade Cookie, hello. Bippy, hello. Malik, Goff, mwah, hello. You love my avatar? Oh, you love their avatar. You love Oddly's avatar. Oddly is adorable. Oddly's amazing. Oddly, I'm gonna bite you.
Oh. Laser Shark, thank you
Biting
for
you,
the follow.
biting
We're
you,
gonna slime
biting you,
cards.
biting you.
Why does everyone want to bite me? Everyone wants to eat me or bite me.
You're very biteable.
Yeah, Wabo says the same.
Wobble,
Oh, look at
wobble.
Wabo's in
Wobble,
the
wobble.
chat.
Arrgh! Mwah. Also,
So
hello,
she got to
Silver Dragon. Oh,
Wabo got to have her fun yesterday.
hell yeah. What happened?
She got to do my makeup.
Yo! That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, my
what I
makeup,
like
and
to hear.
she got me some cute dresses to wear and made me look all pretty. And I felt nice.
Because you're always pretty and you always look nice and you should accept that. And if you don't accept that, I'll fucking fight you.
Fight me. I dare you.
I will suplex you into the ground so hard it'll bust you through to Quebec.
We will sell this at the Waffle House.
I will go to the Waffle House in Tartaria for how hard I'm gonna smack you into the ground. I'm gonna send you to another dimension. You're not even ready.
What? That should be. I'm surprised that has yet to be like. If someone hasn't found like a weird way to implement that to a Soul Save, the Waffle House, the most
Waffle
brutal,
House.
deadliest area, and
The
it's like,
deadliest possible spot to go.
oh, so I told Wobble a funny story I learned when I worked like a month at Waffle House.
Yeah?
So fun fact, Waffle House hates the fact they're known for like having the weirdest shit happen.
Well, I mean, it's
So,
kind of their fault. And also, breadsticks,
yeah.
thank you very much. Mwah.
Breadsticks is nice. I like them.
Breadsticky adorable.
But what was I gonna say? So fun fact about Waffle House. So you know how some actually have a drive-through, believe it or not.
Yes.
Apparently the ones that have one, those because they're not in a good area, and they will not be open after 10 p.m. They will actually lock down, and they only use that drive-through window. They do not allow dine-in after 10 and that's why they have a drive-through, or they have like a takeout slot.
Like a prison door. They just lean something out of it for you.
Some apparently do. And I thought that's so funny.
You are not
It's
allowed
like,
in an IRL SCP. No, it's an IRL. Like, you know, actually, yeah, I'm gonna give you that. Oh, that reminds me. The fucking the Taker series is making a comeback, which
What?
I am so happy about. The Taker series. Okay, so this is old internet lore, right? By the way, I invited you to a party.
apparently Streamgear has ended.
What? Oh, I'll fix it. Fuck. I'll fix it. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, so the Taker series or Holder series was a thing that was sort of like a sister series to SCP, and it was a similar writing project, a similar collaborative writing project thing, right? But the difference was all of them were about a set number of items that are trying to come together. Okay, these items are all trying to show up into one spot together, and no one knows what happens when they all show up together, but the one rule is the items must never come together. If they do, something bad happens. This lent itself to less specific major things you could have, you know, it happen in the series. But how it opened was always, like, if you're looking for this item, if you are a seeker, as the people are, right, you get into... you go to a halfway house, a hospital, or a mental asylum. Any of the ones you can get into, and it would start with like ask to meet the holder of the end, and then they will take you into a room. And from that point, from that start, you would then experience some kind of shift in reality into a place you're not normally supposed to get to. And none of them were about like a pocket dimension or an alternate dimension. It was just a fold in where we are now. And it would lead you to somewhere else, and you'd meet someone, and you'd have things like the holder of dreams, the holder of fire, the holder of steel.
Also, real quick,
yeah,
it's not letting me join you. I think it's because it says. I think it's because it has you listed as under stream avatars, not Elden Ring for some reason.
Fucking weird. I don't like that. I gotta fix that.
I know Steam's been doing that. Apparently, it's like it picks up one thing and makes it a priority, and apparently you can't join if that's not listed.
Oh, I sent a link to the thingy, by the way.
Thingy. Oh,
yeah, for
what thingy?
Collab.
Okay.
Look at the Discord. Okay, invite me. You can't invite me, but I can invite you. Yeah.
I can invite you. Apparently, I can't join you. It's like weird.
Oh, that's okay. Invite me then. Invite me. I'll join you. That's fine. It doesn't matter who else, as long as we stab people.
I will stab everyone.
We will stab everyone together. Well, I'm just gonna stab everyone. It doesn't matter if they're bad or not.
I like stabbing.
Oh, I was playing more Dune, which I will be doing on stream again soon, and I got my Chris knife finally. I am very excited because now I can use the melange. I can use the spice. I'm mega pretty?
Oh, no.
You're damn right, Wabo. Mwah. I now have access to the
How
spice.
can I help?
A spice!
It must flow.
How are you finding the right
Oh man, it must flow.
I
Let
pray
it
that
flow.
you will be met
The spice
Let
must
it
flow.
flow. Alright.
They who control the spice controls the universe.
That's
we
funny
got
because
a
someone
raid.
actually.
Marceline,
raid?
thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. My name is Cassifel. You're giving me the Curse of Ra? I'm biting you. I am Curse of Rawing you back. You cannot stop me with the Curse of Ra. I met that guy. I fucked that guy. It was not a good lay. But welcome back in, everyone. Today I am streaming with a good friend, Oddly. Oddly, please introduce yourself to the class.
Hello, I'm Oddly. I'm Papa. I almost said my old name, Oddly Art. Papa Oddly, your father in hell. I make your regular father only better because I'm from hell. I will leave for smokes and tell you I'm not coming back.
Yeah! Return the slab! Return
Or
the
or make
slab!
cursed. King Ramses, the man in gauze, the
man
man
in
in gauze, the
gauze.
man in gauze.
I can
He ain't no
stop you.
Santa Claus.
He's the man in gauze. I got a clip to roll for all of you, so you get ready for that. Everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're feeling good and groovy. I'm an art variety streamer. Normally I draw stuff, I play video games, and I do reacts. I go by they and them, and you can hang out whenever you want. Cass knows Auntie Nanyan. That is true. I mean, you're
I like
Auntie,
Auntie
my
Nanyan.
sometime bedroom partner. But here comes the clip.
Hi there. My name's Cassifel, and you seem to have stumbled into my
forgot what I'm
lair.
doing.
Let me show you what we get up to here, huh? Mwah.
But no, fuck all of you. Fuck every last one of you. I'm not afraid. I'm the fucking Doomslayer, asshole. I am here to kick ass, chew bubblegum, and light shit on fire. And once I'm done kicking your ass, I'm burning this fucking building to the ground.
Imagine. Imagine. Feed the fire.
I wish I could put caffeine on my fingertips for Caspel. I would suck them off. Wait, I mean, I would lick off the caffeine. Shut up. If I wasn't required to keep a masquerade about vampires not existing, I would drain you dry in front of everyone just to send a fucking message.
So yeah, that's the kind of stuff we do here. And I hope you have a great time. So, enjoy being here.
Alright,
And if you
cool.
don't,
On
remember,
a red
I'll
deck.
be in your
It's
dreams.
called anti-blight, bad influence. Basically, it's how hard can I hit myself to hurt everyone else around me.
Okay, that is
Question-
cool.
Yeah, the fun fact is, it turns out I could do it very hard. It only takes 4 turns, and basically I become a one-hit kill machine. And,
God
and it's
damn.
like anti-blight is literally just like she's basically a little devil. She's the little devil on your shoulder. That is literally her card art. She's a tiny devil.
Oh, I can't play Magic ever again in my life. And thank you, by the way, Marceline. I am glad that you love that intro. It was edited by the wonderful Take Two Action.
Ooh, Tay, I know Tay.
I need to get
Tay's
a new
funny.
one put together, though, because of so many model changes and stuff. Also, Twitter post is done. Get off Twitter! Twitter bad for you. Go to Blue Sky. Blue Sky's better. Twitter is dookie. Twitter's gross. You deserve better than
Tay's
Twitter.
based.
Tay is based. Based in
Based.
fucking reality.
I thought I was gonna make a D's nuts joke.
Damn. Nah,
Listen,
nah.
I've heard.
I'm better
Anytime
than
I hear based, I just hear someone go D's nuts. I'm like, I'm gonna bite you and throw you across the room.
Bite these nuts across the room. Yo! What have I done? Oh, God! Is video share working? It is not.
So
Video share is
what
fucked.
what Night Lord are you feeling like? Is I beat some by
I need to
accident.
beat Augur.
Augur, that's an easy one.
Yeah, I don't like
Filch.
that guy.
They're easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's fair.
I mean, that was actually the second one I beat after the dog. It just floats there gingerly and you just hit its stupid little jellyfish. Apparently it dies, and then you're like, that's stupid.
I
Look
didn't
at
know
this.
you could do that, but I will
Yeah,
remember that.
Okay, so fun fact: the tentacles, the jellyfish, the teardrop AOE, you can actually hit those, and
Oh.
it does damage to it when you actually disperse them. In fact, you should be hitting them. It's actually one of the few times Iron Eye is actually somewhat useful.
Iron Eye is cool all the time. He revived me from far away. And you don't know what to say to that? I'm sorry, Baker Breadstick. Just Twitter bad. Twitter is cooked to fuck. It cannot be trusted ever again. I was gonna say send Chuckles the Clown Dune bit.
Chuckles the
I love
clown.
Chuckles. I love Chuckles.
I don't know why I hear Chuckles. I think of Chuckles the silly piggy from Dave the Barbarian.
Honestly, fair. Dave will always live in my memory with the suddenly Dave was able to cobble together a megaphone using a rat, some string, and a megaphone.
Honestly, okay, that was the most base cartoon Disney had.
Not Phineas and Ferb. There's 104
was-
days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. And the annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it.
Also, Doofenshmirtz. Come on.
Doofenshmirtz, Evil Incorporated.
I didn't know they did a whole. I always remember this like a meme, but I think someone says a still from an actual episode where for some reason he's like washed up on the beach like all buff and stuff, and it's like no, that was a real episode. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, also,
It's like,
Baker, Blue Sky is Twitter, but it's not owned by a Nazi.
yeah, basically Twitter without the muskrat.
Yeah. In addition to that, it avoids having a lot of like the weird brain rot stuff get shoved in your face because it doesn't have a centralized algorithm that's meant to spoon feed you everything. So you curate your own feed, and the more you engage with it, the more your feed is built of stuff you particularly choose. The algorithm for Blue Sky isn't like, oh yeah, get only these things for all that stuff, you know, like all the time.
The fingers. The fingers.
The fingers? Where are
They're
the fingers?
here.
Where are the fingers? Leave me to
Below
the
us.
fingers. Where are the fingers? Where are the fingies? I want to stab them. Show me the fingies.
How do I? I don't. Did you find them already?
I
They're
didn't
above us.
find them. I'm just killing them. I'm just killing these guys. They're above us?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the fingers. We gotta meet them.
The fingers.
I don't even know what the fingers are gonna give.
There's like a bunch of them. I don't know what any of them do.
Oh, wait, you're
You have
talking
a
about
guy
the
named-
spider fingers? Or just,
Yeah.
like... Oh!
The spider fingers.
I thought you
thingies.
meant, like, the fingers, like the two fingers.
No, they're just the giant ass fingers that go slam.
Oh, no,
And
never
it's
mind.
kinda jam.
I want to ignore them. That's fine. Oh, also,
where are we heading?
We're going to the ruins right ahead of us.
Okay. Base.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, another cool thing about Blue Sky is that me and Oddly are on it. So, I mean, obviously you should go to Blue Sky.
I'm everywhere. I'm even in your sock.
Damn. I'm in your
I'm also-
dreams.
I mean, I am in your brain. I'm like a cognito hat. I'm like the Hotster. Once you know me, I can do
That
things.
explains where I recognize you from. Have you seen the yellow sign?
I seen it. I sometimes sneak in at every single artwork I ever make. I actually want to really find out where I can find a stamp of it, just so I could like anything I
Stamp it around
paint or
town.
draw.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm down! I'm down! I was shot by a perfumer! Oddly, where'd you go? Oddly, save
fuck,
me!
fuck.
Oddly,
Where you at?
hit me!
What the?
Why did you not
Oh.
follow me to the boss? Oddly, why? You abandoned me!
I'm
You
running.
abandoned my love! Oddly, hit me! Oddly, right here, hit me! Hit me! Ah!
Oh!
You monster! That was the curse of Raw, it got me. God damn it. We were going after the perfumers, not the little guys, Oddly. We gotta go to the
they're
boss!
so lit. Oh, it's a page. I don't like you. Oh, you son of a
Oddly,
bitch.
no!
I hate perfumers.
Oddly,
I
no!
hate
I'm
them.
coming! Don't worry! I'm gonna come back as fast as I can! I'm going! Oddly, no!
I'm gonna die.
Oddly, no! You're dead. I'm sorry. There's nothing
I
I can do.
hate the perfumers so much that they always have the dumb Miranda plant.
Oh no! Takami, help me! Takami, hospital! Hospital!
Oh, damn it all.
Takami, I'm right next to you. Takami. Okay, are you just gonna ignore me? Takami! This rando sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not. Take that, rando. Oddly, you should save the rando. They're sick. They need hospital.
I'm gonna let them die.
They need tummy fix.
I don't even want to fuck with the perfumers.
No,
I
we
hate
need to save them.
Okay, I'm going over there and dragging my... I'm gonna make it! Oh, I made it. Yeah, he
Come
already
on.
died.
Come up. Up. Almost. But yeah, we need to get the guys down out of here. We
Oh,
gotta get
God
some kind
damn.
of level up.
Fucking Miranda plants. I hate you, Miranda plants. I hate your fucking AoE spell bullshit. It's dumb and stupid,
The
and I
benefit
hate
is I
you.
use fire.
Oh, I get fired too with my
Yay!
fucking...
Now where the
Okay.
fuck is the boss? Who are we killing here?
He's right here. He's a rat.
There you go. He's dead.
I'm gonna
Alright,
just take the
There it
poise.
is. All right, leveled up. All right, now where are we going now? Where are we going now? Next place.
Get a little plant you out here. Nobody wants you here. You're
I guess we
ugly.
can go to the church up there.
Yeah, we can get Estes charge.
Yeah, I marked it. To the church!
Take me to church.
Take me to church. I'll worship like a snail at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins so you can snarpen your snipe. Offer me that needless death and good God, let me sneak you my snipe. Oh shit, hold on, that thingy's not on there. Hold on, let me fix that. There you all are. I missed you.
Son of a bitch.
Then, oh my god, the night tide's already growing stronger and we're level 3. Oh, this is fucked. This run might be cooked.
It might be. I was never go.
Well, there's a cathedral here. Let's go to the cathedral.
All right, where's the cathedral?
Right now, or I'm on top of it.
Okay. Snake me to
Oh,
snurf.
hell yeah, this will be easy. It's a Colossus.
Oh, I got lost here. I got Ancient Hero Zamor right in front of me.
Kill him. Use your powers.
What the fuck?
Oddly. You're not supposed to die.
Well, I did.
That's okay. It happens.
And this random is just hanging out in the fucking ruins. Move your fucking ass, buddy. Come on.
They don't wanna. They wanna be silly.
I get being silly, but that's only if you're a revenant. We give you a colossal weapon, and we tell you
Oh,
go
no.
commit crime. And I lost. Oh yeah, this run is. Stop! Wait. Like, why don't you aim at the big guy right there? There's a big guy right there. Look at him. He's big.
Up. Alright, he's almost down. Come on. That's a cool monster form. It really is. I love the monster form for the executioner. No! I was right there! I was trying to heal and oh.
Oh, son of a bitch. I got first
It
hit.
canceled the animation. Where? Oh, there you guys are down there. It canceled the healing animation because I fell down very slightly. That sucks.
Oh my god, son of a bitch.
We should probably stick together.
Yeah, at least he got me revived.
Alright, good. I'm gonna go for this guy and then come back over to y'all. Because he's like a hit away from being dead. And also I need my runes back.
Alright, there you go, bastard.
Keep yourself
Alright,
going.
I got
believe in you. You'll be fine.
Great.
I promise.
Great enemy fell. Please let me get some. Okay, Knight Great Sword. I can work with that. I can work with that.
Ugh.
Oh.
A plague of locusts? What is this run?
Okay, this sucks because that's a level up. That knock us down a level if we get hit by those.
What is this horrible fate we have been met with?
But have you never had the plague of locusts?
No. I have had the plague of locusts. It's just like this is a constant nightmare. It's like everything that could go wrong is going wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we're level 5, so we should be fine now.
I guess. It hurts my bones. This
Only thing
is
that hurts
so
is this
awful.
random, because this. I think this random is not even following us.
Now, where did that one thing go? Whoa, plague be upon ye. Very much so. Fuck. Oh, where's
Whoa,
that guy that you
plague be-
killed? Oh, there he is. Okay. Gotta go over there. I need to get that thingy. That right click, it doesn't let you mark something on the map is criminal. You have to use like middle click. That's weird and gross and I don't like it.
Plague be upon ye. Whoa, plague be upon you.
That's Arlie. Arlie is adorable.
Hell yeah. Cuss the fiends, they'll
I can
children
handle
too.
this. I can handle this. It'll be fine.
I'm right behind you.
Oh,
there's a
okay.
church right there.
I don't get the thing. Damn.
What?
Oh, I thought this was where you killed that guy. I wanted to get
No, he's in the woods. He was by the Evergo.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
But we get free church here for our flask.
Yes. Oh, he's over there. I was going to the wrong marker. Fuck.
Yeah.
Either way, good that I got that. I'm proud of myself. I did a big think. Sometimes my
thunk.
brain no work because I forgot how, but then I remember.
Sonic bimbo brain.
Sometimes brain work. My Gimbo brain does what it needs to, whenever it needs to. Gimbo don't thonk.
Oh, God. Goddamn locust.
Bloodhound. Nobody has
Alright.
a stone key?
No.
That's fair.
Unfortunately.
Alright, what's the closest thing to get something good?
It's a ruin right in front of me right here.
Well, I guess we're going to hit that up. Wait, didn't we already go to that?
Oh yeah, the Miranda plants.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking locust.
These locusts are not quitting. I guess we could go to the volcano. We
Oh,
could start
God,
hitting
not
up the volcano.
The
Gotta
volcano.
risk it to get that biscuit, baby. Let's go! You know we gotta.
Man, this locust plague is not laying up. What the fuck? They don't usually last this long.
We
on
are
me.
here with the locusts throughout the whole adventure. It's part of us now. It's part of the ninja way. Got
Oh,
the
no. Oh no, not you mean that? Not the ninja from Fortnite. I don't want to. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
Fortnite ninja. Fortnite ninja man. Where are you guys?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Where are you guys? Oh, you're over there. Okay, cool. You're next to me.
Yeah. I think this guy's fighting a boss, maybe.
Is he?
No.
No.
It's a,
fighting
it's
some
a
guy.
flame monk.
That works. Oh, there. He dead now. The curse of Chin Chin.
No, Chin Chin.
I cursed you to no Bluey. I give you timeout, no Bluey.
Oh man, I like Bluey.
I love Bluey too, but you've been
There is a-
putting timeout, no Bluey for you.
Oh look, there's something over there. It's a boss, I think. Oh,
Yo!
fucking lava.
What
I
is
guess
that?
they.
Is that
so-
what I think it is? That's a star
That's
beast.
Do we want to kill the star beast?
Well, sometimes you just gotta go for it.
I thought there was like another boss there. I'm like, oh man, another one wandered in. Oh no.
I don't think this is a great idea, but it is an idea. Oh, how much did you... Oh, you just did for some solid yellow health. All right, this might not be that bad. Holy fuck me, goddamn. Oh, well, we gotta go.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Towards the... Oh, help. Hospital.
I got you.
Double. All right, let's go. Let's go. Time to run. 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 Let's go. We leaving. We leaving. Run time. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to that guy. He'll be
Fuck,
here.
I lost level. Fuck.
He'll be here.
Fuck.
We'll get it
Fucking
back.
locust. I hate you, locust.
You know what? Locusts are not great, and I don't trust them, and they make me sad on my insides. Hey! I insulted them away. Yo!
Ah, you motherfucker.
Well, okay. I mean, I didn't mean. I can bring them back if you want. Do you want the locust to come back?
No, the star beast is over here. Still, he.
We're running.
he-
We're leaving the star beast.
Ah, you. Oh, goddamn beast.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's an accurate way to say it. It's fine. This run's going great. Nothing could go wrong.
As I said before, Elden Ring is a totally balanced and fun game. There's nothing wrong with it. It is perfect in every way, shape,
This
and
isn't
form.
Elden Ring. This is Night Rain. It's totally different. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. And thank you, Amy. It's good to see you. Mwah.
Hey, Amy. Hello. This guy is dying so fucking much. What are you?
Well, we're not really supporting
like
him at all, so I can't really... Are you guys still trying to fight the Star Beast?
I think he is.
You know what? Let him do it. It's okay. Let him be on his adventure. He's trying his best. He believes in himself, and I believe in him for believing in himself. And at that point, what more could you ask? Besides, we gotta go back that way.
I hope we do.
Oh, we have to.
Oh yeah, we're gonna face a night boss, and we're barely level fucking 3. Shit.
It'll be fine.
Ah, balls. Fuck.
God damn
I
it.
hate
Come
the
here.
navigation.
Come here.
Why is there no slipstream?
Elden Ruru, Night Ruru, True.
Fucking crap! Get away from me.
You okay? Ooh,
I fell down a pit.
Well, why?
No,
Now you're out of the pit, though. Ah? See, it's working out great. What do we got? We got rats. We got rats. We got very large rats.
Rodents of unusual size.
Yes. ROUS. I don't think they exist.
I don't know. That's not what my friend in LA told me.
ROUS is no, not real.
I don't know what you call that thing. Then it's right behind you.
That's a very normal size for a rat. I've been to Vegas. I lived there. I miss Vegas.
I went to Vegas once.
I miss Vegas.
Once. Here we go. Let me help you.
Thank you. Oh! Rat's gonna die. Nice.
Get out of the night, you damn rat.
No, let it stay in the night. It deserves to be there. It's fun. It's great. Who we fighting?
I like how it's the same rat model that they've used. Oh, it's
the
our
gaping
boy.
dragon! Cut off
It's our
its tail.
boy,
Cut off
the
its tail.
gaper. I got it.
Oh shit, motherfucker! Why? Oh
Well,
god!
you wanted the gate.
I guess, but this is not right. It was like the opening move. You sick fuck. Oh god! All I said was cut off your tail. It's part of your famous mechanic, you monster. Could you hit me in the head? God damn.
There we
Oh.
go. You're welcome. What can I say? But you're welcome. No, I don't want to be
Oh.
sat on by you.
I mean,
I might
kinda
like
do.
them.
It's kind of sexy.
I
I'm
like
being
them
perfectly honest
large,
here.
but I don't want to die right now.
I mean, not a bad way to die.
Glory, glory, it's a hell of a way to die.
Glory,
Glory, glory, it's a hell of a way to die. There we go,
Oh,
no tail for
we
you.
got the new items. Let's go.
What we get? Oh,
Goatee Dragon, no!
I won't lie, I've seen that. Which I didn't.
Hey, I can't tail
Wait,
swipe
what?
anymore.
Well, not very... Ah! You son of a bitch! I flew right into that. You
Well,
bastard.
just stop flying right into that. It's bad for you.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
bitch.
blood loss. That's okay. Extra blood damage. Come here. Come here.
I can't, they're dragging me with me. They want to take me away.
Oh, I was saying come here to the dragon. Because I want to kill him.
There you go. Get buffed.
Come here, big guy. I got you. I got you. You're going to bleed soon. You will bleed. Also, big animal form. Let's go. Let's go. Me and you. Me and you. Kaiju fight, baby. Kaiju fight. Nothing but a kaiju fight, baby. Let's go. Come here. Kaiju fight. Oh, shit. Owie. Oh! That's what I
We did
thought.
it.
That's what I thought. Yo! Kaiju fight, baby. God, I fucking love that. Oh, such a cool ability. Victory achieved.
I will
Oh.
do the... I just want... I hate these effects. They suck. Why are Night Rain bosses actually have lame effects? Like, come on. I bothered
It's
killing that thing.
nice. Yo, it's fine. It's a little
Oh
tiny
no,
thing.
my only options were gradually restores HP, which is actually really fucking useless.
Yeah, it actually ruins your Estus pretty bad.
And guarding restores HP, which who the fuck guards in this
I
game
guard!
anymore?
I'm playing the fucking Executioner. That's half my thing.
Yours is parrying, I thought.
Oh, no, I also guard. Guard and parry.
And then
Wow,
and
that
then the other
volcano's
one-
getting angry.
and then the other one's just critical hit, which I'm like, fuck it then, critical hit will work, I guess.
I get critical hit usually because the stance damage that I do leads to a lot of them. Like
Yeah,
a good
so I'm like,
chunk
you
of
know,
what I
that'll
do is
work.
stance damage.
Hey, look at fingies.
I really hope the guy is still there. I want to kill him.
Oh yeah, he's most likely there.
That's a way bigger than normal thingy.
I wonder if that gives us anything.
Probably. Let's kill it. Come here.
Ah, you son of a
Sucker.
bitch.
Get back
Stop
here and
trying to-
take your fucking medicine! Hit it with fire, by the way. These things hate fire.
Loser.
Ah, he's dead now.
He
Ooh,
dropped
a
the
mace.
weapon.
That's a power. The
It's-
ringed finger.
I'm taking that. I want
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
I think it's funny because you can
It's
flip
hilarious,
people.
you flip
There's
people.
another big ass fucker right there.
Yeah, let's kill him. Let's kill him. He gave us
Kill
a
the
decent
big-
amount of things.
Kill the big
Seppuku!
fucker.
I have used seppuku to empower my attacks. Be afraid of me.
Kill the big fucker.
Woo! Ah, I'm down. Help me. Help my bones. Help my bones. Oddly. Oddly.
Oh,
Thank you.
they're
You got me.
firing shit at me. Ah,
You got me. Are you
let
okay?
me
Yeah, they have lasers.
You fucking little
I'm on the way.
shit with your... Stop flipping me the damn bird.
I got you. Oh! I haven't been fingered this much since college. It was low-hanging fruit, but I had to grab it. Which again is what I used to say to my boyfriend back in college.
Oh my god. Son of a bitch. Get off me. This is just like that time, and that's just like...
Oh, God.
Trevor, the House of Belmont. Are we all
Damn,
dead?
Elden Ring got hands. Yeah, Takami ran away. Thank you for
Bitch,
the
get
beam,
your
Theo!
ass back
Mwah.
here.
Alright, let's go fight that boss. It was pretty funny to see all those fingers murder the hell out of us. Where the fuck did we go? Yo, we're somewhere entirely different.
Oh, they're died. Let's leave them to die.
Ah! I got the guys on the sidelines. You take the big boy.
I always gotta take the big one.
Honestly, it's kind of a pleasure, isn't it? It's the right thing to do. Are you telling me you don't want to take the big one?
I like picking on the little guy.
Well, I mean, that's just rude. Then again, you know, I do that to most people.
I am rude. I'm rude, crude,
Oh,
and full of
Lord! Oh,
attitude.
Lord! Oh, he's a big boy and he hurts me! We're fighting! Were we not taking on the guy?
Oh, let me help you. Let me help you.
Hospital!
That's a new one, actually. What the fuck?
You have to charge it up to get a full revive. Oh. Alright, let's kill him.
Nah, this one's a new one.
Alright, get me back up. I got my lick in. Just keep on doing this. It'll be fine, I swear.
Alright, Kaz. Oh, no, I can't.
It would have been funny.
Shit.
It would have been funny, and I respect it for the funny. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's
Yes.
fine. Oddly, no! Does that
Elder-
motherfucker have... Oh my god. That motherfucker has the best weapon for my class in the game. They have Rivers of Blood. And, they kept Rivers of Blood. If you play with an Executioner and you pick up Rivers of Blood, give it to them. It's one of the best weapons they could possibly get. If
Oh, yeah,
an
no.
Executioner.
No, the Executioner does
The
it.
teammate
Definitely
has
does
a
it.
copy of Rivers of Blood.
Oh, God.
Can I, you're not gonna. Okay, that's, whatever. We're here.
Okay.
We're making it work. Ow.
Son of a bitch. I fucking hate this thing. I would have taken
Ow.
that fucking Galaxy motherfucker over this thing.
I would like to fight the Galaxy guy. That guy's cool.
I like him better. I actually hate this thing. I never liked its fire. I'm not fucking reviving
No,
you.
I'm reviving them because we need them.
Alright, I'll keep
As
this
stupid as they are, we do actually need this person. They suck, but you know.
Are you fucking with me right now? Come on.
Ow.
Yeah, and he aggroed on you.
That makes
Fuck.
sense.
Oh, come the fuck on. Fucking Starbeast.
Oh god. Takami,
This-
you suck. I'm so mad at you. You have my favorite weapon. And you've not taken... I'm ignoring them entirely. I'm vindictive. Hello, Neemsor. I'm vindictive. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, this run's actually pissing me off.
This is the best possible run we could have started with. Thank you for that hydrate, by the way, Theo.
And this little shit just strutting off. Who the fuck do you think you are, you little shit? Fuck you, you stupid Starbeast. I hope you fall into a pit.
Probably will.
No, you knocked me into a pit.
I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm dedicated to the bit. I mean, he's a relatively easy boss when you like have the mechanic down. He just hits really hard.
And we have an Iron Eye who can actually hit stuff.
Well, and we have an Iron Eye that understands teamwork. Come on. Up. Hey, he's almost half down.
Oh, you bitch. Oh, God.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Where the fuck is this ticket? Oh, there he is.
There you go. You're back.
Has this guy not, like, leveled up at all? I'm convinced he hasn't.
Woo! Ah, yeah!
Oh, my.
Woo!
We actually have 2 different star beasts in his actual fucking map.
Oh, there's the other one!
Wait, did they... What happened?
Oh my god! This is so dumb. I'm going back in the Star Beast. I'm not giving up. Never give up, never surrender, baby!
It's,
Death to the Star Beast! I will not give in! Ow, okay, I should've... I was trying to block, but it didn't let me.
Oh, come on. Stop strutting away, you damn stupid horse rock bitch. Your stupid
It's
little tail.
almost dead. I just want the satisfaction of it dying at this point. Oh, hey, they got me.
Motherfucker.
He'll be back. He'll be back. I really could use that sword that they're hogging, but, you know.
Especially because they're not even gonna use it, probably.
Yeah, well, they're not. They're an archer character. That sword's not gonna come up to them at all. It's not gonna matter. They have it for some reason. It's to tack on how annoying this run is.
I need a beer.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
It was a bad decision on my part. That was entirely my fault. Okay. That one was on me. Also, keep dodging. I'll be right back. Oh, okay, they got me, I guess. It's fine, it's fine. I'll be up in a second. That was my fault. I entirely take ownership of that being my responsibility.
How is it fucking... fucking AoE.
His AoE attack is scary. There we go. There we go.
I won't lie, the revival mechanic could use some work, though. It's a little too punishing.
I could see that. I'm spending a lot of time on my knees, which is pretty cool. I like that. I didn't expect that to be how today goes, but you know what? Here we are.
And I have multiple arrows in my ass.
That's a pretty kinky time. I'm on my knees, you're penetrated, and the beast is still raging.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat
in a cage. Despite all my rats, I am still just a rat in a rat. Alright, now
Still
I can
got in a
actually
rat
do some
suit.
damage. Please let me do some
Oh,
damage.
Mark stream NC-17 walks off
Come on.
whistling what?
Come on. Oh. I had it.
Oh, I hate
How
little
dare
stuff.
you, Trevor?
Come on, you bastard! You stupid little.
He's almost dead.
I hate your tail. It looks like a fucking turd.
I'm trying to reach, like, oh, I'm just gonna take him on. I'm just gonna take him on. He is almost dead, and the sunk cost fallacy has got me by the tits. I have to kill him. This run is cooked, obviously. We're not making it through, but, right?
You honestly find this was not this? You wanna know what the worst run in this game I've ever had was?
What's that?
I'm not fucking reviving you. I'm not fucking reviving you at all. I am that petty right now.
I dare because I care. You know what? That's fair. Trevor!
There we go, bitch.
He's dead! Revive the guy! Revive the guy! Oh.
Oh. Oh well. A sort of Milos and a fire
Moon Veil!
rapier.
There we go! A decent-ish weapon.
So, the worst run I've ever actually had happen was a damn, like, funny enough, it was 2 executors One was a baby executor. Very, very terrible what way he did. He DC'd, and then the other one was a really good executor. Just left as soon as that guy left because they were just like, fuck it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I now
I
have
got
Moonveil.
I got the
Obvious-
boner sword.
Nice. That's always fancy.
I think it's the boner sword. I don't know.
Oh God.
What the hell? Actually, have you ever played Shadows of the Dam?
I have not.
They have a gun called the boner.
That's cool.
It becomes the red hot boner. It shoots sticky explosive gel.
I like that. That makes me giggle and is very, very happy causing.
It's
Very
yeah.
happiness coded.
It's funny enough. It's by the guy who made No More Heroes, so you can expect the
yeah.
humor. What makes it funny is, as they say, demons are like men. They want to always get inside the prettiest girls, literally. Also, the gun becomes the big boner.
I gotta go over to this thing.
And also the gun does become the big boner briefly when you go through the demon red light district.
You know what? I feel like we need to let what's his name? I forget the name of the guy who does No More Heroes. Make more games.
Suda 51.
Yeah, Suda 51. I know that he's making what's it called? The that new like Romero is Dead game, which looks pretty cool. That looks neat.
Apparently I think he did mention because like, believe it or not, Shadows of the Dam finally got a Steam port because he got the rights back from EA. Yeah, he wanted the rights back badly because he literally wants to do a new game. He's kind of confirmed he really wants to.
Oh, fuck me! God damn it!
I'm coming. I
Right
can
when I
get
was
you.
healing. Right when I was healing. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What makes it funny too is so something I've learned in the Suda 51 games. There's like a Suda 51 like cinematic universe basically.
Yeah, they all take place in the same universe, right?
Well, not entirely. So there's alternate universes because in some games, like for instance, one half of the game, literally Japan is like literally a nuclear crater. Like there is no Japan, and so some of the games don't have that. Those are like I think No More Heroes. That's actually not a thing at all. Yet they do have the Killer is Dead characters show up in some of the some parts of the game. It's an alternate timeline though.
I got a similar thing like that actually. I feel like it's they do that thing where something is a movie or a show inside of the same thing.
Yeah, it's like it's like in some of his games he even references characters from games like for instance a Silver Cage, which is a completely different timeline.
Yeah.
But apparently it runs concurrent to like some other timelines, and it's really weird how it works. Like even like Oh God!
Awesome! Let's go!
Kill him!
This is actually not the worst. This is a pretty handleable boss. We're gonna get all the way to Augur.
And then die to Augur.
We might get all the way to Augur. I'm down. They're down. Hit me! Thank you. I'll get them. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do my. Oh, he don't like me. He doesn't like me. He decided he hates me for some reason. Huh? You missed.
I am
now
out
you gotta kiss
of
me.
flask. So this is a lot of this is oh no.
But like one of the things they reference in No More Heroes is like I think it's called Sunshine, Flowers, and Rainbows or something like that. It's literally a adventure game that takes place. It's a completely different timeline too, though. Everything about Suda 51 games are just weird. Oh, he's healing. Heal. Ah. Why is stamina so shit?
Oh, it's because we're so low level. Oh shit! I thought I could block that. Focus on grabbing them and surviving and stuff when it comes to raising, because it'll take a longer time to raise.
Fuck, I'm gonna die.
Oh, it's all good. We'll get him on the next one. Legit, this run was kind of cooked. Plus, we'll have help soon. We'll have a full party.
Yeah.
I do wish that this was 4-player. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Let me see actually. Yeah, 'cause I know Dia said something about being here at 7:30 or something ish.
They're starting up on their side.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. That's a good way to start this off. I did get a pretty cool grand drizzling scene. That's cool. I like that. Got that drizzle. Got that drizzle. It's beautiful.
Why that? My dumb brain thought you said jizz. I'm like, huh?
I got that jizzle.
That jizzle. Who's the jizzle?
I have no good answer for this.
No, you shouldn't have good answers. I'd be terrified if you did. Oh yeah. By the way, chat. For those you don't know, this is Castifel. They're a goblin-like creature of mischief and wonder.
I'm complicated, but also I know where you live, and I will flay you alive and eat you.
You don't know where I live. No one knows where I live.
I know where you live. I know where you are right now. I can pinpoint the location.
That means you know what it's like. It's like IP address. What? Oh, that explains that thing I puked up yesterday. I thought it was
no, not that one. That was the other one.
Stop putting stuff in my food.
I'm gonna put stuff inside of you whenever I can. Also, hello, Melody. How you be? Mwah.
Hey yo.
I know all. Yes, I know all. I see all.
Unloved by all.
Ignore me.
I love that guy. Ignore me. I thought you were gonna say unloved by. I meant unloved by Al. That Simpsons bit. Unloved by Al. He's like, no, unloved by all.
Oh god, I want to watch the Venture Brothers now. I'm gonna start. I've been going through comfort shows while I draw stuff, and I'm excited for the new King of the Hill and everything. I'm very excited for that. So I was watching new King, like old King of the Hill, because I stand that show in a big way, right? Watching a lot of American Dad because I'm a certified dadder and I love American Dad, and also gonna get on Venture Brothers because I've heard rumblings of a potential revival, but also because Venture Brothers is one of my favorite shows ever created.
My favorite for Adventure Bros has to be the pilot, though, because I just love that pilot. Brock was just like, just psychotic to the extreme.
Oh yeah, he was what's his name? He was based off a wrestler, so much so they had to tone down his psychosis.
Yeah, because it was like, yeah, it was a little too real. I love the thing always like trying to take the knife, like, go on, take it. Take it
from. Actually, so an art thing that I didn't know about early on in the show that happened. Okay, so in an episode of the Venture Brothers, a character named Phantom Limb puts a hit out on the Venture family. Phantom Limb is a legitimate threat, the Ventures aren't used to that. And during that, to defend them, Brock Sampson strips down naked and hunts all of the people trying to kill them with a hunting knife. And he wipes the blood off the knife on his body. This aesthetically creates rectangles of blood spattered across him along with regular blood splatters. And I've always thought that the rectangular shape of the blood looks cool, so I started drawing that when I do blood splatter on characters, without realizing that the blood splatter there is actually just him wiping the blood off the blade. That's why it's shaped like a rectangle.
Yeah.
So I just started adding that whenever I saw it because I like the idea of it. I just like the aesthetic.
Yeah, like funny enough, he if I remember too, he literally
Mwah.
apparently I'm supposed to find something that changed on the round table. What the hell changed here?
Is Dia here yet? Oh, my game crashed. Dia is here. Dia need to be in call. My game crashed. Let me fix it. Hold on.
Alright, no worries.
I'll be right back.
Take your time.
Oh no. Oh no.
I will
also, you need to get Dune.
How much is it?
I don't know, but you should get it and play on the server that I'm on. My main server. Well, actually, you know what? You should play on your own server, and then, like, I'm gonna make a server that I'll privately host for everybody because I pay for a service every month. But the main server that I'm on for the story is, like, my solo server, and I'm finally getting super far in that, and I might get to the point where, like, lower level starting characters, I'll have, like, give them access to some of my stuff so they can, like, have checkpoints on the way through. Okay. But yeah, like it's such a good game. Like I
might
obsessed.
Think about it because I already have Final Fantasy 14, which eats a lot of my time.
As a massive Dune fan, this game is awesome. I just got the ability to use the melange. I can finally tap into the power of spice, and it's awesome. Also, it looks like it's $50.
Okay.
50 for the
might be a bit for that then.
Also, I'm getting back into Final Fantasy 14.
Hell yeah!
I have a story skip thing, so I'll be starting in on what's the one right after? Is it Heaven's Word?
I believe so.
I'll be going in blind. I have never played anything past parts of the opening, and I didn't like the beginning of the game. Also, Brigsby, Boy, mwah! I'll give you some bones. Oh,
I won't lie. I'm playing through the very beginning of it because I just wanted to start as a bunny lady because I want to be a bunny
lady. Also, hello, Bia. How you be?
Hello, Dio.
Hello, I am here. I am come to conquer.
You're
also, I'm
here.
not.
Ooh.
I am not late. You're late.
No, I am
I
not
know you're
late.
late.
I am never late.
We're all late.
Arrives neither late nor early. They arrive exactly when they intend to. Night Rain isn't launching all of a sudden. Hold on.
That's why you have
It's
to give
weird.
it gamer subs.
You play as a Lalafell? I will kick your potato ass into the stratosphere.
I used to be a Lalafell. Now I'm a Banoi.
I'm going to play as a Red Mage. It's the reason why I want to play it so bad, because the Red Mage is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Hell yeah.
I'm just trying to grasp what did I miss?
We got our asses handed to us.
Oh, by the way, you said gamer subs. I have a thing I wanted to mention. Do you drink gamer drink? Would you like a cup? Well, on September 6th, my cuppy will launch from Waifu Wares. Right now, I'm partnered with them, so if you want to use, buy anything from there, you could use code CODAFEL for 15% off at Waifu Wares. And my cup will be launching on September 6th. Please get excited for that and come see it, because I will be on a cup. You can drink liquids out of me. I will be buying one the instant it is ready. I need it so bad. I'm going to be on a cup. Mwah. I had to
Drink
say that.
liquid Casafel.
Yes. A
I'm
Lalafell, you
drinking-
mean emergency rations? Sorry, go on, Dia.
I am legit just drinking gamer subs right now, and I have incel tears, and I'm playing Elden Ring and Night Rain. I am ready for this shit. So
Damn. Damn. Alright, Oddly, you gotta invite me.
Okay, I'll invite you. I'm talking to the funny puppet man.
Funny puppet man.
Why-
I love funny puppet
I
man.
like your words, puppet man.
I like. Oh
your
yeah.
funny words, puppet man.
I think did you get the relaunch stream together or no?
No, we're good there. My
Okay.
game crashed, not stream together.
Okay.
Oh, so I found the bed.
You found the bed. Oh boy,
You found
group
the
cuddle.
sleepy area.
Group cuddle, everyone.
Competitive group cuddling.
Gamer
Aggressive.
drink straight from the gussy.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You got that Gimbo swagger when you drink that Gussie juice. Skibbity.
Oh God.
Don't you dare say skibbity. I will.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you mad that I got that mad Skibbity Riz?
I'm
like
gonna
straight
put you
out
in the
of Ohio,
Tupperware and
straight up.
shoot you
Oh my
violently.
God! I am gonna go ahead and put Castle on top of the fridge and leave her there.
You can put me on top of the fridge all you want. It doesn't stop my swagger.
We're gonna leave you on the fridge for a bit.
This is my ninja way. Yate bayo, baby.
I don't know why. Every time I hear ninja, I just think, no, Cavs, don't be a Fortnite gamer.
I love Fortnite.
No.
How dare you? I play Zero
I like
Build.
Fortnite too.
I play Zero
I
Build.
haven't-
It's fucking
Same.
baller.
I haven't played, but literally my moderators are loving the rock band kind of thing. I've
It's
never
so
seen Hank
cool.
Hill. I've never seen Hank Hill shred it before.
Right? And he totally would, except he's not playing the Gambler, so that's non-canon.
You want to know something funny about that? So a lot of people
What?
thought originally the Hank Hill they were gonna go with because they were gonna try to make it fit more in the style, like how they did the Buff Peter. They thought they were gonna
Oh
go with
my
how he
God.
looked for the Grand Theft Propane episode in the game.
I would
I'm like,
give
that would've been
so much
funny
money
as
for that.
fuck.
If they
I-
give me Propane Hill, I would pay an endless amount of money.
I would shit my pants if I saw that. I was like, no, I want that one. I want him with like 2 fucking AKs on his back and a propane tank. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense, but it's funny.
Gamer Hill. It's such a good call out to the episode too, because it's one of the best episodes of the show.
Also,
And-
it's like, it shows Hank is actually good at fucking video games.
Well, Hank is autistic. He has that power he can unlock. He just hasn't specced into the skill tree.
I want to do a power ranking of King of the Hill characters. I'm pretty sure like the 2 most are either a tie between Dale and Hank.
Cass,
Yes.
Spartan said, real quick, can you check your stream when you can?
My Steam? I am
Or your
checking
Steam.
my Steam. What hast thou done?
Oh no, they
Post-
about to give you the skibbity. Fuck you! Now I'm saying it.
Got
too.
that Skibbity Riz.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The skibbity wrist.
Skip it up, butter.
Yo! Stand
Let me
ready
guess
for Sagat's arrival! Alright, Street Fighter 6 stream happening. Melody, how dare you? Holy
Oh.
shit, thank you. Street Fighter 6, baby, I'm about to be a different person. Every now and
Okay.
again, a game hits, and I just become not the same individual that I was before, and this is one
Go
of
that
those
way.
times.
Thank you, Spartan, for the follow. I really appreciate it. All right,
Oh,
Audley.
that's my little
now-
sister, Melody.
Aw.
Melody.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
She's wonderful.
you want to know something funny about Street Fighter 6?
Aside from it being based as hell, yes.
My friend gifted to me for my birthday. You want to know why?
Why?
Because of Aki. They literally gave it to me for a DLC character because I'm like, I like her. She's weird.
That makes sense.
She's
You're
got,
the best little sister in the world, Mel. Mwah.
Aw, cute.
Aw.
But yeah,
I-
that's the whole point. It's like she's weird.
She's weird, yeah.
She's a snake lady. She likes poison.
I'm a
You know?
He also has a really cool hyper finisher.
Oh yeah, I love that finisher. It's funny because my one friend who likes to main her actually cosplays as her, and she does it really good.
Also, just gonna put this out there, the best Ken has ever looked. I'm a
construction worker
Cammy
Ken?
main. I'm a Ken and Cammy main. Like, those are my die-hard... My first main in any fighting game was Ken Masters. And
Oh, yeah.
finding out, like, the whole thing, going from, like, thinking that he got divorced and it being a she took the kids Ryu kind of deal to I'm doing The Fugitive was fucking incredible.
Oh, Stormstorm Key.
Yo! Fire grease. Oh, shit, hold on. Let me drop the tree spear for you.
Oh, okay. I like the whole fact though. Ryu's just essentially he's just homeless by choice, and he's like, you see his character is literally like got like
Yeah.
big old grody toenails and
He's
shit.
on his Mugoyu show. It'll last his entire life.
Oh, here we go, down here.
Mugoyu
Down the
show
hole,
means,
everyone.
means
Down the
like,
hole we go.
fighting journey, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I just think it's kind of funny because like he wins tournaments and he just like gives the money away.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, but I'm like, Ryu, you're broke.
Ryu
I
doesn't
mean, he's
need money.
He's happy.
Yeah. He's silly. He
Hey-
doesn't need money.
Have you ever seen that animation someone made which like it's making fun of like Chun-Li is calling her the leg witch and everything? it's like Ryu's like, I may be Ace, but god damn, and he gets kicked in the face. And then for
God.
some reason Guile's like
Yeah. I know what
making
you're
like
talking about.
yeah, I love, and then Jury just gets pulled away. Like, your legs don't scare me.
And then
That's from Speedrun.
Yeah, I loved the Zangief voice. Like, it does not work on me, for I am gay. It's like
I am
That
homosexual.
is actually
I-
canon.
I
Zangief
love
does not
it.
like women. He loves men.
I stand it. I believe his husband is Zangief player color number 2.
Ah,
Yes.
Can't
there.
convince me otherwise.
Two bears
I mean,
in the
that's true.
wilderness.
Well. Now I see Hyper in chat. Now I see where you are.
Hello, Mwah.
Hi, Jory. Everyone I know
Goobit.
is here.
Goobus
This
Doobus.
is
You know,
Devin-
it's
oh,
so
that's what it was. Yeah. Sorry.
You know, so funny. Goobus actually keeps getting sponsored by AdamandEve.com, and I'm like, you know what? Yes.
Base.
Base and good.
I mean, think about it.
I would love a funny sponsor like that. Just be like, hey guys, for some reason I'm sponsored by Adam and Eve, so they want me to product review something, so we're gonna get right on that.
I want to be sponsored by Tanga so bad. I want Tanga sponsorship so fucking bad, like in my bones. I
Hey,
am
there's
a
a church
proud
over there.
Tanga fan.
In my bones.
Oh, I gotta get this first. Follow me.
I want it in my butt. What?
What?
Ah!
What?
What? I'm like,
I
what
see
the
nothing.
heck?
How you be, Emily?
Ah, they're all dead.
Nice move.
Oh, if anybody wants to know, Emily's a princess. They like being called princess. I'm just gonna point
Hello,
that out.
Princess Emily. It's good to have you here. I hope you have
Hello.
a wonderful day. Follow me up to the top. Don't bite the little guys. We'll be wasting time if we fight the little guys. We'll get more stuff out of this. Their
Okay.
experience won't add up to what we can get if we just do boss rush.
Okay. I have ult. I feel like legend.
Fuck.
The night's tide grows stronger, much like waffles. Waffle. Apparently you're a smelly Oni, Dia.
Huh?
Highly deny these allegations.
Ah!
You know,
Fuck!
however, I can
Ah,
go
can you
ahead
get me?
and just put you on the wall.
Oh, are you, Dia, are you sharing your chat to the collab thingy?
Yes, I am. Oh, it went away for some reason.
Alright. You're all
Yeah,
good.
it did. I want the celebrant skull.
Box,
that shit.
very base choice. Unfollowing pirate software is the correct choice.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh man, that is embarrassing.
Yeah, imagine being such an egomaniac. You can't just say, my bad, I'm sorry, I was wrong about this, and move on with your fucking life. Torch your entire career because you have
now
an ego.
I remember. Ego.
Yeah. It's just like, man, that is. I remember I was going through like a list of like game developer crash outs, and like I know there was that one. Wasn't there also like who's the other one I was thinking of that was kind of funny because it was like really petty in a funny way. Was it the guy who made Fez? I think one of them.
I don't know. That's a big list. Dia's
Yeah.
throwable. Dia is very throwable.
Huh?
Dia is very throwable.
Hey,
On.
chariot, flame chariot.
And what side of
doing
my
it.
body are? You're saying throwable? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm heavy.
Yeah, you know, that doesn't mean you're not throwable.
All right, I just throw
You're like-
opposite.
Sad part, you guys are probably both taller than me.
I'm 5'5".
I'm taller than you.
Congratulations.
I'm taller than someone. Oh my God, Wabo, call the twins. I am finally taller than someone.
Come here.
I'm fighting a flame chariot. Someone help!
Oh boy.
I got
on.
these.
Fuck.
Oh,
Ah ha ha ha.
How do I do it again? I jump up and attack on the head, right?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. On top of his dumb.
There it is. Got it. Never thought anything
you're
was
doing
off with him until it happened. Honestly, yeah, that was the thing. He just seemed like a guy who knew about some stuff until he proved that he was a guy who does not know about anything.
But then also because like his dad worked at Blizzard or something, or what used to.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, I listened to like, one of his arguments against Stop Killing Games, and it was really stupid. And at that point, I was like, all right, well, I don't have any respect for this guy anymore.
Oh no.
That's a mood.
As
His argument
As one
boiled
sh-
down to, it would be really hard.
I feel like it was like, no. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean, nah?
oh yeah, it was nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. What the fuck do you mean?
Oh.
Nuh-uh.
I'm not even kidding about the it would be really hard thing. I'm not being like dismissive of that. One of the arguments literally was it's very difficult to keep games alive when they require a large amount of like space to do so. So it's unrealistic to want to do that. And it's like that is the most weak shit. What are you talking about? And by the way, Emily, thank you for the follow.
Oh, we should find a Evergoal.
Yes, we should.
We're gold.
Everjail.
There's one. This one. That one's it's a little farther out, but the other one's too close to the edge. You might not be able to do shit there.
We can go grab it though.
All right.
Box with a hat. Hello.
I'm grabbing something for you.
Box with a hat. I had so much respect for him until that happened. Oh, the share chat went back online.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
I just cut
Weird.
off and his content full stop. No, fair. Like his arguments really boil down to like basic Redditor stuff. To just sum it up. Oh,
There's a misbegotten here.
I gotta make dumb noises. Will you make dumb noises with me?
Yeah. The tutti frutti.
And there are the dumb noises. Wow wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna hear wobble up, dup dup, or something.
Real talk, I've heard someone say that in public, and I dare not want that person near me ever again.
I feel like they drink the Rick and Morty, like Rick's energy
Can I
drink.
be
Oh,
honest
God.
about that show that pisses me off?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
A fucking, like, I guess a somewhat well-respected anime company legit made the fucking anime. I found out about this year, and it pissed me off. So it's like, why? Waste time and resources making
Well,
that?
it's because they got
Ow.
hired to do it.
I just
I'm
hate
actually-
Rick and Morty.
I
Ow.
actually liked the show. I'll be straight up.
Just don't. Dia, you has your own
Oh,
at
shit.
in your title.
I gotta save
LOL.
Kaz.
You know.
You have to save
know
Dia,
what?
too.
Oh
Hold on,
shit!
Emily. You know what? I also have you, and I'm staring at your pretty little
Where the hell is
eyes.
Dia?
Dia's dead.
I'm over here. I shall return.
How'd you stop? Don't die, Dia. Dying bad.
Hold on, I gotta fix my title. I had mining. Did Hyper just call me a guild? I'm not that old.
Oh wow, we got guilds
Guilt
here.
is a
Hell
state of
yeah!
mind.
Why is my sound going off?
I'm a very big fan of like irreverent comedy stuff, and some of the seasons are really bad to me. Like some seasons I don't like. The newer stuff, like the newest seasons of Rick and Morty are legit really, really good. Like the last
what the hell's
season
this?
and the season before it are awesome. After Justin Roiland left, way better.
The guy who originally voiced Rick.
Yeah, after
yeah.
Justin Roiland left, the show took on like a life of its own that was just objectively better than the stuff that he was doing ahead of beforehand. I marked a spot I think we could get if we rush over to it really fast.
Also, Emily, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Slime Clergy.
It's still going without Justin. Now I gotta see it. Yeah, they did. They just got a guy that sounds like him, but you know, I feel like
he's actually not a huge piece of shit.
Yeah. They have somebody doing Rick's voice and somebody doing Morty's voice, and they actually show up and record in person with each other. And straight up, the episodes are much closer to Community now. Like, in consistent quality and behavior. Plus, the characters are, like, allowed to grow. Which is nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Galvin Eric's.
They have an episode about Pissman.
Pissman!
About what?
Pissmaster!
Yeah.
I don't know why that just reminded me of like, remember Brad Neely when he got stuff from
Oh god, I love China, Illinois.
I did too.
yeah,
Baby Cakes is a mood.
Oh yeah, he was. I actually love that show.
I like that he referred to like for some reason he had there's like this weird episode where it's like he was talking about street trolls apparently, which are just like what he calls like homeless people apparently.
Yeah.
And they just live on the streets and eat hand soap. And it's like the dumbest. And apparently they hate people who have beds.
Yes, nobody is allowed to have a bed. Oh, Pissmaster was with Justin. Some of the episodes that were in the earlier seasons still hit pretty hard for Rick and Morty, but like a lot of them have that I hate everything and everyone energy in them that vanishes pretty quickly after he left, and in the seasons where he stopped doing a lot. Yeah.
What was I gonna say though? Something I was trying to think. Blah, blah, blah. Words failed me.
I'm sorry, Hyper. You are cute. Deal with it.
There it is. My brain went. I don't know why my brain instantly went to ghost brain run. It's like, why is it when I run out of something to say, my brain just thinks of ghost?
Because ghosts are silly.
Yeah, they're silly and fun. I love them.
They're silly little guys. Ow.
I love how like someone asked Tobias about like, is he okay with people writing like gay fanfic about characters? He's like, are you having fun? He's like, I don't really care then. Like, I'm like, that's pretty base.
Are you having
Fuck,
fun?
I'm down.
Son.
Yeah, literally, that's his whole thing. He's like, are you having fun? And like the fact that the guy is literally just like, he's just a goober. Also, I like the. Also, apparently, he mentioned why he did that Ice Cube thing when he was doing a tour. When he did one of the last few concerts as Copia, he was actually anxious for some reason that Ice Cube basically helped him with his anxiety.
Oh shit.
He's like, that's why I shoved an Ice Cube down my pants. You just roundhouse kick that guy?
I did. That's my critical attack. Roundhouse kick into a body cut. Also, Emily, straight up, that's kind of what happened. Like, Rick and Morty sort of have separate roles now because Rick is trying to care more and Morty is trying to care less. Which is funny because, like, it's exactly what Rick wanted, but he's getting it when he doesn't want it anymore. Which I think is pretty cool. I think that's a good character decision.
Oh, now he's after me. He wants my booty.
And genuinely, I feel like just Morty not caring, it's like, you know, Rick doesn't realize having Morty with emotion is actually pretty good. Isn't this Godric?
Yes. Not anymore. Up.
It's the grafted monarch.
It's a version of Godric.
That got no drip.
Who has
And
crucible
uses
powers
Crucible.
for some
Yep.
reason.
Okay.
He's scary.
He's actually terrifying, unlike the actual Godric, who's just a loser.
Actually, so the later, there's a couple episodes that specifically have that, like,
Whoa.
that moment where the switch starts to occur, and it was fairly gradual. Good night, Zorno. You have a good sleep.
Hey, Jory. Oh, shit. Oh, I got down.
All right, Hyper.
Not gonna lie, one thing I wish Elden Ring did more with was the grafted, considering that showed up a lot in the first half of the game. Because I think it's a neat concept and weird an idea.
I can't pin down
Plus-
the exact episode. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, no, plus there's like fucking weird body horror and warped anatomy.
Yeah, no, it's an objectively cool aspect of the universe that you don't really do much with.
You see aspects of it though, like again, like the weird part is the Royal Revenants are apparently a weird subsect of grafting. Because in reality, apparently the lore for Royal Revenants are usually someone who's like either royals or nobility that's like a betrayal to the crown. And if I remember, you just got basically like shoved together upon death and got forced to basically guard the royals like stuff. Basically, it was this grafting as punishment.
Yeah, you're not useful as you are, so we're gonna make you more useful with everything else. Oh, and I would say the season directly after Justin leaves is where you really start seeing that switch, because they settle the stuff with both Evil Morty and Rick Prime. Like, they just do an entire thing from that, and you sort of see it finally click after, I think it was the whole episode for Morty, that he needs to stop expecting that Rick is going to constantly save him, so he gets more independent.
I mean, genuinely, I'm more like, look, Morty's actually pretty goddamn smart.
Yeah.
Because, look, I saw the clips of where he's like, "Oh, you're gonna do a Matrix on me? Well, fuck
that
you."
one. Oh, yes, that was great.
Is Jerry still kind of a loser?
Yes.
No. Well, yes, no. Yes and
He defeated Piss Man, so
he has his moments. You felt that
Okay,
season was with Justin? No, he's... Okay, so, straight up, Justin Roiland hasn't really been a writer on Rick and Morty since season 3.
Yeah, he's been like, and then his whole deal happened,
Him being
and
a
like
sex
he's
criminal.
kind of like, yeah, he's pretty much never gonna do anything ever again.
Yeah.
he did a ditty.
Oh,
Yeah,
he did a
he did
lot
a
of
ditty.
shit.
He did a ditty.
He did a ditty. That's the term. That I feel like that's like, all right, we got Newman's Law, and then there's Diddy's Law.
Every time I hear Diddy, I just remember all the memes of like Diddy and oil, and I'm like, oh no.
Specifically, what Justin Roiland did was emotionally, physically, and sexually abuse his girlfriend, and also he was a sex pest and abusive to people around him. Oh, also, he was a really selfish asshole to everybody he wasn't in a romantic relationship with, too. Everything, like, he was one of those people that was, like, really nice until he got away with not being nice. Help!
Pretty much.
Hospital!
Hospital. We'll get you cash.
Watch out!
Because if I remember too, he was like, wasn't he like
Whoa.
thirsty DMing like women on Twitter constantly?
Yeah, one of which was like 16, which he said he didn't know, which is still not okay. He
could have just taken the L. That's what is the thing. I just like, dude, just stop.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're already caught. Just I don't know, go away.
Diddy. Really?
It's okay now, guys. You can
Plus,
do my
I've heard-
voice. You can be like Rick now, guys. But like, it's totally morally justifiable. I'm
God.
morally justifiable, Rick. Everybody, I'm not voiced by a sex criminal anymore, Morty. People can do our
I don't
voices
know
and not feel bad. I'm
Why do I feel
free,
like
Rick.
is it bad? I feel like that would be an actual weird episode of Rick and Morty if Rick is doing that,
I would love that so much.
and I'm just like, no.
In the show,
Oh,
oh, sorry, go on. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Oddly,
No, you're good.
I got you.
That's a cool
Don't worry.
sword.
I don't like it though. It's a little slow. Wait, why does it have red shit on it?
It's
Oh, it
doing
might
red
be.
damage.
I might be able to cause bleed. That's why. Oh,
Ah, fuck!
don't touch me.
Ow. Okay,
Touch
one
me
more
there.
hospital time. One more. I swear it won't happen again.
Out. Hospital.
Oh god. I'm trying to walk over to you. I got you. I am your hospital.
I am your doctor.
I
Hospital.
feel like I'm not gonna lie. I was like, touch me harder.
Hi Danny. I mean, what?
He gained popularity by having incredibly mild takes that he said confidently. Straight
Oh,
up.
God.
That's what it was.
Hospital.
Do you have big arrow attack?
Not yet.
Hi, Oddly.
Not yet.
Thank
Hello.
you.
You gotta stop mean like this. It's kind of inappropriate.
No,
gotta
I
come
like
in
this. I like this. You're like Florence Nightingale, except you hit me with a sword instead of heal me. Yeah, a lot of it was his confidence and his ability to back things he set up with basic, basic math. One of those guys who was like, I can prove what I'm talking about, kind of, and that's it.
Why are we doing math here? I promised there wouldn't be no
Oh,
math.
no, I'm too pretty
tab.
for math.
I'm too dumb for math. Okay.
Same.
Also,
Horny.
yeah, I'm too dumb and horny for math, and we are not allowed to read either. We must keep ourselves illiterate. We are actively fighting against that.
That's not a bad weapon to get.
Hold on. I got Gargoyle's Black Halberd. Can I use this with this character or no?
No. I know math
Okay,
is
there-
universal, but I'm bad at it.
I don't know what math is. I don't want to look at
Hold on.
math.
Let's go to that one.
All right.
Inside
We should
the
really
castle.
find a church.
Take me to church and now.
I'm not allowed to set foot in church anymore, to be honest. They made it very clear the last time.
Sometimes
They threw a Bible. They threw a Bible at me, Cass.
that'll happen.
They threw a Bible at me.
Ow!
Don't let him do that.
They threw the holy Bible.
Alright, can't go in
He
that
threw
way,
the
can
god.
we?
He.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just going under with the slugs and the
Oh, right,
turds.
gotta go under.
and-
Gotta go under. Going under.
Yeah,
Forgot about
just
this.
slugs here.
Hello,
As soon as you said, "Oh, he threw a bibble at you," I got through him with a spear.
You dare question the
That's-
words
it
of the
was a-
Almighty Jimmy?
It was a spear. Not Jimmy. He will come down from heaven and smite you.
I
was just-
love Aqua Tea Hunger Force.
Look
so
at me and
fucking
tell
much.
me there's a god. Why would he allow
You-
this?
I was made in his image. Oh, I got recommended the bit when they accidentally like somehow did like third-degree burns to Santa, and Santa's just like
Oh,
really
give him
pissed
soccer balls.
off.
He's like, come here, give me that ass. I was like, Santa pissed off. Santa
Like, give me that fucking mirror. It's like, oh, I didn't see what you fucking did to me, you little shit.
You turned me into a monster. Kids are gonna love seeing this come down the Christmas tree. Fucking murder claws.
Didn't they just grafted his like new skin on him, but it was just fucking
soccer
a
balls.
soccer ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically they kept fucking up and making things worse. Just again, they're a bunch of idiots.
On the next spot.
Except Frylock, I guess.
Frylock's also an idiot and a creep and an incel. Not kidding. That's part of the joke of his character.
Yeah, Frylock has a lot of problems.
And braces.
True.
His only crime was wearing braces.
And being
Probably.
cringe.
What I always loved Carl though, because Carl just was so dumb with everything.
He was like,
Carl Brodonatolewski. That is his legal
I
name.
love his last name. I love the meme where someone just kept doing that thing. Was like, none of this really matters.
None
It's
of
like
this
him.
matters.
Like that is such a fucking mood, Carl.
I actually
Just-
quote that pretty regularly. Both on this
Hell
channel
yeah.
and everyday life.
I mean, hell yeah, it's
Oh,
listen. That's
Emily,
just how it be.
different
someday.
Carl. Not,
Carl
not-
Weaver?
No.
Different Carl.
Jimmy.
Less murdery.
Carl.
Oh god.
You caused
Carl, that kills people.
Where are you guys? There you are. I see you.
I'm coming, Cass. I'm running as fast as my butt cheeks can carry me.
We're just hearing Oddly's cheeks like clapping very loudly.
I clapped.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm down.
Uh-oh.
I'm up.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Brought you back to life.
Guys,
What's up?
Don't worry, we're Gucci.
there's another giant, so...
Yeah,
just
no, I know. We gotta
remember-
kill that guy too.
Yeah, we gotta kill that asshole too.
Where'd he go?
I
Where
got
is
the
he?
God Slayer's greatsword. Oh
Nice.
fuck yeah. We are gonna fucking cook. We're gonna murder. We're gonna maim. We're gonna eat.
Oh,
we're
he's
gonna
over there.
eat their livers.
Right, he's over there. There he is. Hello, big guy. It's us. We're here to kill you. It's gonna be really bad for you, but really great for us.
I fell.
I'm Cassifel. I fall all the time.
Hello, Cassifel. I
me.
am. Hello, this is Tom Tucker. I will be your murderer today.
Oh my god.
That's pretty
Pat.
understandable.
I love that bit where he's like, I was Michael Myers. It's just a fucking. Oh god, that's
another one
actually a
over here, by the
legitimate,
way.
funny Family Guy skit.
Every once in
I
a
was
while,
like-
they actually hit.
Yeah, every once in a while they actually do something like actually relatively funny.
It's
Oh,
like,
I'm down.
It's not...
I got you. I got you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for big arrow
Hey.
move.
You're welcome.
I'm a coming. Ah!
I got fire. I got fire. You can't get. I don't know why now.
Ow,
I got,
fuck.
now I
There's
got
another
the, now I
one
got-
too.
Now I got the meme of the guy talking about ants in his pants. He's like, "There's ants in my pants. There's ants in my pants." It's like,
Oh, I
"Please,
know.
someone
For a
help!"
Phineas and Ferb thing.
I thought it was... There were squirrels in my pants.
Squirrels in my pants.
Oh my god! I got.
That's where. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the other one's like it's some weirdo at Target going, "There's ants in my pants. Oh, there's ants in my pants." It's like,
I don't-
"Oh, someone
I
help
don't
a
like that at
man!
all.
Help a poor sinner with ants in his pants." He's like getting like dragged out the store by
Oh.
like string. Hey, resistance to status ailments. I'm gonna go help you. Kill him. And kill you.
He's almost dead.
There we go.
He's
Also,
dead.
The circle is coming in.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
is
We'll be
whoa.
fine. Raise poise. Don't mind if I do. All right, let's run. Let's book it.
Alright, we'll go with that one.
Follow me, and you'll see a world of
Seth
pure
did, in fact,
imagination.
make the Orville. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I disagree on it being the best thing he's ever done. The best thing Seth MacFarlane ever created is American Dad.
I'm sorry. Him being Roger and being like, hey, you got...
Oh god,
some-
Roger.
It's not
Oh.
just about the Roger thing, because the Pecan Sandies thing and all that stuff stops like super fast. What Roger turns into, now that's something to love. Oh wait, the circle's not closing in.
I saw...
Oh yeah. Everything about Roger just makes me laugh.
It's not moving. We have time.
Yeah, we have time. We're good. We're good.
Let's go to this camp, I guess.
Yeah, there might be an enemy there. I got a giant piece of stone
Nice.
for a shield. I like how there's just some really dumb as fuck Elden Ring weapons. It's like, I got a finger on the stick. I got a
There it
fucking
goes.
stone.
I got a rock.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck,
one of the weapons
fuck,
I think literally is a fucking rock with
Oh,
like
yeah.
a handlebar.
Oh no, you're thinking of a weapon from Dark Souls. It's no,
Oh, yeah, Dark Souls.
Bloodborne.
Ow.
Bloodborne. Sorry, Bloodborne. It's the weapon that lets you punch.
Ow,
Yep,
fuck.
the only
I got
fisting
stuck.
weapon.
I'm on it.
Look, I love it how, like, the Mocklin journey, it really shows, like, hey, these Mocklins are assholes.
Big sword here.
A what?
Death's poker.
What is
Grab
it?
that.
Oh, I'm gonna take that. That'll be good for me.
Yeah.
I
Now we
don't
gotta
know
go.
what I don't know what I'm good. I've just been getting bows.
You are really
Yeah,
good with
bows
those.
mostly for you. Daggers maybe.
Yeah.
I think with Dex.
You need a shot of B12. Exactly. B12 is a fucking bop. It helps
Well, I
that Steve Spouillet is an incredible singer.
Wasn't it like American Dad actually got better when they actually went to TBS too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rail, the it went entirely off the rails. It's the
Yeah,
only
apparently
big thing.
TBS allowed it. They were like cool with them just going off the rails.
And Seth is like, oh my god, I have fucking closure.
Yeah, because he legitimately hates writing for Fox.
Oh shit.
I think
Okay, well we
like,
gotta hit
he-
this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, if I remember, he said he actually hates riding for Fox because he just Fox
Oh, yeah, they're
kills
super
a lot.
restricted.
But then it's like weird because he'll do stuff like he's legit try to see what could get them canceled with Family Guy off of, is he like, you know, just to fuck with Fox. And it turns out not much. Oh, he's down.
Fox will cancel anything if it doesn't make enough money.
Yeah, or Simpsons numbers for some reason. It's like the weird thing with Nickelodeon where they cancel anything that doesn't make SpongeBob numbers.
Oh shit, gold! Gold! Oh,
I
yo!
I got a jar cannon, but I got a golem. You know what? I'm going for the golem.
I've got Morgan's cursed sword.
Got
Guys,
you, Dia.
You got Dia?
hospital.
I got Dia.
I'm going for the thingy.
Okay, Dia. Run. Run. Run.
Run,
The amount of
Forrest,
jokes
run.
that Fox shows made about Fox, though. Oh yeah, no, because the writers fucking hate them. The writers
Yeah.
on those shows hate those people so much.
Simpsons, they really hate their Fox. They, like I said, they constantly are cracking jokes about Fox. Oh god, I was just outside the
I'm
circle.
down. I'm down.
Top of the hospital.
Hospital.
Hold on. Oh god. Oh no, I don't know if I can make it to you.
We're out of the
Get on,
circle.
hold on.
I'm gonna probably die.
Yeah, we're
I'll
dying.
be. I can get you. Fuck. No, I
No.
can't. I'll meet
You'll
you
be
inside.
Yeah, we
Also,
lost a
we're gonna
level.
get the
Oh well.
costumes.
Same with Cartoon Network with the awful Go cartoon. Oh yeah, I hated every.
Oh, I'm
episode.
sorry. I cannot stand T-Titans Go, and the fact that that thing has hit somehow 400 fucking episodes.
There are some
was-
episodes of it that cook. I'm gonna defend that.
Oh, that's what makes me mad. They show aspects that they can actually be good. And it's just that it's easier just to do cheap ass schlop.
Well, when you're
It's
basically
like-
forced to do nothing but write, you know, the lowest things you can all the time, you just gotta deal with it.
No, like the thing that bothers me is they did do an episode that was like a weird celebration of Warner Brothers like long history. And that was actually a decent episode, and
Oh,
with a
bad
lot
boy.
of funny references to like Warner Brothers and inside jokes. And you know what? It made me kind of mad because it's like,
Ah,
That was
fucker.
oh, this
All right, time to lock in.
lucky fucking samurai. Ow! Don't belly bump me.
He's humping me. That's a sentence.
All right, you should be up. There you go.
Thank you. I don't need to go to hospital.
Hitting him hard. That should break his stance. Get a crit in.
I'm on fire.
There we go. That's a juicy hit. He's going in for the big guy. Or help should be coming in. Yep.
I'll get skinny. Easy.
I'll stick on
Nope.
big guy.
Top of the.
Are you down?
Ah!
Oh no.
No. But this guy has hands too.
They tend to.
Ah! You missed! You missed! Oh, you little shit. Alright, fine. I'll beat you with the Godslayer sword.
I'm waiting for my stamina to come back.
Yeah, come on. You want this?
Ah, fuck, I'm down.
I got you, Kaz.
Got
Where
it.
you at?
I'm right behind him.
Oh god, he's doing a roll.
Ah.
No, you just did a
Oh,
slam.
sure.
There we go, we're back.
Ah.
We're back. Heal up, heal up.
I don't have any heals, so I'm actually out.
Fuck.
Deflated like a fucking.
Don't you touch me. Don't you stab me with
I'm
your
going
funny
big.
little sword, man.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
focus on the big guy. You guys go get the skinny guy.
I'm keeping him busy.
Come on. All right, big guy's done.
Okay. Now
Skinny guy.
let's get his skinny friend.
Come on, Ozempic, let's dance. All right, can you get me back up?
If I don't get hit.
Shooting you.
Thank you.
Come on. Come on.
Watch out.
Oh. Oh, damn. I
got you.
Yep.
Papa.
Oh!
You know, he's doing his Gumby powers.
He's doing gum
Oh,
bullshit.
Dia, he's gonna focus on you.
Yep.
Hey, buddy, here you go.
Nice swing.
Big arrow.
Nice hit. There we go. Long, long man.
Ow.
My favorite anime ever, The Long, Long Man.
I'm fine.
We're gonna
Get his
focus on
ass.
getting him, and then we'll get you. There we go.
There you go.
All right, let's
Okay.
get you. Nice.
What a night.
Getting that last golden bit though, that's gonna be great for this boss. Holy
Lots of
shit.
yellow frame, a frenzy to burst first while walking. Attacks more likely to break
that is
stance.
I wish I could get that one. That's really great for Sunbreaker, or for Suncatcher. My sword, Suncatcher. It triggers any walking abilities the entire time I have it. Your brain is
nice.
burr. My brain is burr too. Your brain should be burr.
Oh, we only have 4 Estes down.
Oh, it'll be fine. We got this.
Okay, so with Augur, his jellyfish, if you see them, hit his tentacles if you can. Hit his that teardrop AOE he does. Try to stay away from him whenever he does the damn what do you call it?
The big splash.
That
Oh,
yeah, the one that puts you to sleep.
Get warming stones. Get warming stones so we can make up for some of the lost.
Oh, I don't have enough for him.
I think I can grab 2. Yeah, I'm grabbing 2.
I hope everyone in chat's doing well. Hope you're all doing
Everybody
well.
seems to be having a good time. By the way,
Yeah, shit.
love this sword. And love that. Oh, it's so pretty!
Oh, that one.
Just, oh, it's so pretty out here.
It's so pretty, I might throw up. Blech!
Blah, blah, blah.
I have very much thrown up, and I feel.
All I want to do is see you turn into a
A
giant.
giant
right here at
woman.
home.
A giant woman.
That song pops in my head every 5 minutes. Wobble will tell
Fox,
you I sing it randomly.
Not doing great here at home, but stream do cheer me up. Well, that's what we're supposed to do. We're gonna
Hey,
cheer you up.
Yeah, we're doing our part by providing escapism. Because you know, the world is rough. Sometimes you just need a couple of hours to
Yeah.
decompress.
All
Sit
you
in,
wanna be
relax.
is a boy who gets to see a giant woman. A giant
I would like to see a
woman.
giant woman.
Oh, good
At
news
least-
about Steven Universe.
Hey,
Yes.
what?
Sequel series, Lars of the Stars. They're gonna be continuing Lars' story.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
so hyped.
Fucking bet.
I'm a
I wanna
massive
see
Steven
that.
Universe fan, and the only
It-
reason I haven't finished Future is because I'm not ready for the emotional weight of having the show be finished forever.
Can I say something funny about Lars?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it weird that someone clearly is a Captain Harlock fan because he kind
No!
of did?
There's so much of the anime has that. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
here.
clocked it right away.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay,
So
you
these
say.
guys you can actually hit. I'd hit them if I were you before they blow up.
Okay, so hit them. That'll damage him.
Yeah.
Ow.
He'll actually deal damage to Augur here.
I'm gonna wait for
Uh,
a big puff of the jellyfish, and then I'm gonna go big.
Yeah, and then you can like all her stuff. Actually, you could hit, you could destroy,
Oh, her.
and yeah. I
now,
think Augur's
I
is
now
the she
like
actually.
this boss more than the Elden Beast in a big way. My issue with this boss is that it was basically like an Elden Beast kind of character, and I hated that. But having the opportunity to risk damage, like the attack counter attack thing, that's cool.
Oh, she's about to do, I think, her. Oh. Yeah, she's about to do that. Thing is, she's like very docile for a boss. Like,
Yeah.
even when her awakened stuff. Oh, watch out! She's about to do something really bad. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
these
okay.
guys. So if you break these, she will. They deal damage to her as well.
Cool.
Problem is, they hit a little harder, and they don't fucking stagger right away.
I didn't see a lot of damage. Is it like all of them have to go and then you get it, or?
It's very small, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's
if you
still
see
a way
these blue
to
things
do
go out
damage.
and they go and hit her,
Oh, that's what it is. You got it. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, it hits her though. It does like
Ah.
a very minute amount of damage.
She
But it
loves
does
me.
it. Oh yeah, and the design for Augur is awesome.
Yeah, just giant jellyfish. I really don't. Oh god. Fuck.
You said this was the easiest boss. Ah! Thank you, Nacho Goblin, for the follow.
Nacho.
You're wonderful. Mwah. Ow.
You're breathtaking.
I got splashed.
I know. Usually I have more Estes too. Well, whatever they call them. I call them Estes. I don't fuck.
It's Estes.
Oh, she's about to do her thing.
He's about to do the thing.
Yeah, get away from her. Get away from her. Hey, bad. Oh wait, no, we have to actually knock her out because she like if we stagger her, we won't fall asleep.
I fell asleep.
I
I'm
fell
taking
asleep.
a nap. I'm taking a nap.
Oh, she's staggered.
I'm EP.
Ah, you bitch.
Oh yeah, like get this game if you can. It's cool.
Yeah, I was on the fence about it because fun fact, I'm not the hugest fan of Elden Ring. It's mostly because I don't like the open world very much.
Bloodborne is still my all-time favorite.
Oh no, Bloodborne will always be my favorite. I think it's peak.
It is.
Like, everyone's like, oh, but it's so overrated. I'm like, dude, there's a reason why people go back to Bloodborne.
Yep.
Oh, she's, I think, gonna do her second
Okay.
phase. Yep, she did. She's
Second phase,
now.
baby.
And
Okay.
of all the bosses, she's very pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's being sleep.
Do you want a honk? Am I a honk shoe goblin or a me goblin? I am a chainsaw noise goblin. And Nacho, it's good to see you. How you be?
Hello.
Oh fuck!
Ah.
I got you.
Papito.
Papito coming.
Oh, she's staggered.
Yep.
Get her.
Other great thing about Suncatcher, massive amounts of stance damage.
Watch out, watch out. She's gonna
That's mine.
do it. Oh, okay. She's gonna be farting out all these little jellyfish.
Like quite literally, she does. She do be farting.
She's not farting. She's giving birth. It's very natural.
Yeah, but they're trying to hurt us.
Well, hurt you. I'm doing great.
Yeah, see, it's actually dealing like increment damage.
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
We're
it's
off
mostly
track
because she is a pain in the ass to try and hit.
I got you.
Otherwise, it's kind of good we do have Iron Eyes though, because Iron Eyes can actually help a lot with her. We'll say be careful if you see the teardrop thing, because that thing causes a lot of damage, and it does, I think, do instant sleep.
I think she's. No, I
She's
thought
getting
she was
big.
gonna do.
She's gonna do something.
No, she's gonna do sleep.
I'm sleeping.
I'm asleep. I'm taking a nap.
I.
Honk shoe. Honk shoe.
It didn't work against me.
Oh fuck.
I don't know. That might work.
Hospital.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
I'm working on it.
hospital.
Oh god.
Don't
Oh no! No!
Okay, we did do fun though. We should have also looked for churches though. So we definitely need more Estus charges.
It's fine. Also, I was messing with this character, so now I go to the other one. I go to one.
I haven't beaten all of them, and that's why I keep playing a different game, because I'm stuck on this one, because this keeps happening.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
I'm so frustrated.
It's okay.
This sucks.
All right. You want to try that boss, or you want to move on to someone else first?
I just want to kill a boss. I'll kill that one. I'll do it.
Okay,
murder.
we can do it. I will not fight Libra though. Not right now. Libra actually pisses me off.
Libra's cool.
I love it. I just hate everything else about it. I'm like, I don't like that you're just a fucking madness. You're the thing that pisses me off.
If you use madness against him, it cooks him hard.
And that's the funny part, though. They're all people are like, "Good luck getting anything," because it's there's only like 2 things they apparently dropped.
No,
have
they
madness.
ghost dropped that actually. There are Shibriri towers anytime you go to fight him.
Mm.
You just have to find him.
Oh god,
That's the hard part.
Also, can we just talk about the recluse? I'm like, oh my god. She's so
god,
pretty.
she's a pretty lady.
I like the whole thing with Revenant, though. It's like they're just a nasty little gremlin who just wants to commit violence.
Oh hell yeah!
Give him a big weapon, like someone just like gives them 2 of Radon's swords. It's like, go commit the crime. You're like,
I love it how Trevor said, yes, go Jigglypuff.
I'd love to. That's basically what that boss was.
A Jigglypuff. I mean, Godskin, whatever he is, Noble is just a giant ass Jigglypuff. Hey, Big Chap, how's it going? Chicago Comic Con. I don't know. Maybe. I didn't know there's a Comic Con in
I
Chicago.
want to go to a Chicago Comic Con.
If you do, you can visit me because I'm around that area somewhere. Some say I walk the halls at night in Chicago. Is it true? Probably not. I'm afraid of night. Funny enough, I went to was it Anime Central? Hey, there's a church in front of us. Fun times, fun times. Actually, one of my funnest con was that I went to. Cass?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
My funnest con I went to was it was a horror con. It was actually like I think a week before I went to go see Ghost, when I still lived in Phoenix. So I went to
I'm still so jealous of that.
Yeah, so I went there, and the thing is, a previous con I had bought a puppet of Papa 4, like a legit. It was a Muppet, like a legit Muppet, and I was like taking it. It's like so fun, you know. And it's funny. I met so many people dressed as like various Papas. I met a Papa 3, a Papa 2. I did meet a Papa. The different Papa Emeritus. There's like 4 of them now.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, well, there's 5 now. They're on their 5th one, the Perpetual, aka V. AKA the one who gives off massive freak energy because he's just got that vibe. No, this one's like 11 compared to the others. It's like I love it though. He's just such a little weirdo, and I love him. I want him to be. I want more weirdo-ness from him.
Honestly, fair.
It's honestly fair indeed.
But like, so yeah, I had this funny little puppet of Papa 4 just walking around with him. You know, he has his little stick hands. He does the little grubby little stick hands. It's fun.
Where are we? Where are we going next?
Let's see. Is there a church here?
Let's hit this first. We'll hit a church on the way.
Yeah, let's go there. There's a wolf.
No time for indecision. We have to kill.
But I have massive amounts of indecision.
Too bad. I'll be decisive for you. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
And the only thing I know where to do is where we're gonna go to eat. Because funny enough, Wabo is indecisive about
I don't
food,
need
and
that.
I'm
That's
like,
for ranged weapons.
Yeah.
what is this?
Oh, that thing's for ranged weapons.
No, that would benefit Dia.
Nope, I'm not
That's
using him.
Oh,
you're just playing Guardian this time.
You're the burb.
Yes.
Bird down. Bird down.
Hospital.
Bird need hospital. I'm gonna be turned into KFC.
Oh boy.
Okay, I got. That just remind me of that
Nice
Funny or
kills.
Die skit of the Colonel. If anyone remembers that one.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's called The Colonel Loves the Gays, and they're like, it's like, it goes like really creepy at the end where he's like, I don't really care about this stuff. Care or not, you're all just a bunch of money mouths gobbling out chicken. It's like, it gets like very aggressive, and it starts playing like that creepy analog horror music.
The Colonel is a demon. Just a demonic figurine.
You want to make it funnier?
Sure.
They were played by John Goodman.
Oh, god damn it. I love him.
I will send it to you. It is
Please.
funny as hell.
We have ruins up ahead, by the way.
It's just so funny, though. It's just like, just really gets aggressive at the end. It's like there's a guy dancing. There's like, and your pocket handkerchief can be used as a G-string. That was a funny one because they reposted it for like Pride. It was really funny. Like,
Alright,
You
the
don't
rune
care.
bears. It's rune bears.
I'm asleep. I'm asleep. I was about to sleep.
oh no, it's the worst boss in Elden Ring next to the Soldier of God.
Ow.
Oh, worst boss in Elden Ring is the Elden Beast. I hate that guy.
I hate
Boring,
it too.
terrible boss fight.
Oh, Elden Beast.
Yeah, I hate the Elden Beast so much. Genuinely one of
It's
the worst boss fights I've ever had in a video game. It just...
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
I never found the boss fun. I like Radagon, weirdly enough. I was
Oh,
like, that was
Radagon's
actually
a cool fight.
Yeah, it was fun.
Apparently, there's a funny thing where you can parry him. He will actually follow up with his own attack, though,
Yeah.
for it. Oh no, he wants to give us a hug.
Ah! Get him off! He's humping me. I don't like that. Consent.
He just wants to give you a hug.
He wants my.
Oh no,
almost dead.
you. Ow! Why are you so mean? Get out of here, old man.
I'm grabbing a thingy for the thing. Oh, what's I gotta mute?
Okay. Oh, did it die? What?
No, it disappeared.
Fuck, did it go?
No idea. Where'd it go?
Oh, it's
Oh.
back over here for some reason. Oh, it went out of bounds, that's why. Oh, yeah, so it hit the invisible boundary. It will actually go back to where it was. Their
I'm
boundaries
back.
are not. Welcome back. What happened?
Oh, just a pillow thing. Someone needed a pillow out of my room.
They went in.
Did you tell them that
Don't
was your
worry about
pillow
it.
in
Don't worry about it.
this economy?
That's my pillow.
Church. Oh, no, that's cathedral.
Church.
Never mind. That's a cathedral.
Where?
I was wrong. That's
Oh.
cathedral. Fucking that. There. Next thingy.
Okay. Get out of here, you old ass, decrepit corpse.
Okay, rude. Rude way to talk to me.
No, I was talking to these invisible old men who keep throwing spells at me, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's about
I don't
an
want
accurate way to
your
talk to me.
Grandpa, I told you stop looking at the goddamn.
Grandpa's lost his
spell book.
meds.
He's
I'm
like,
not that old. I think we're all three the same age.
I don't know.
really.
I'm 32.
Oh, okay, you're younger
28.
than me, actually. Don't tell me I'm the oldest one here.
Probably.
Alright. Probably.
Ancient, decrepit,
Shit.
old. Everyone
why your
point and
name
laugh
is-
at the old.
I feel like
Oh.
we're just gonna say bald.
The future is now,
No.
old slime.
I mean, okay, that is canon for some reason. My slime is supposed to be an old man. Someone's like, how does that work? I'm like, he has a bad hip and he throws it out every 5 minutes.
But you're
No,
a
he
slime.
deals with
How
every
do you
bit-
have, do you have bones?
He deals with
Can you just
bullshit all the
trade it
time.
in?
There's a decrepit skeleton inside me.
It's pretty rad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Actually, that was, I think, something I told you, the skull paint section.
Children,
That's
how
called
dare you?
The children! They yearn for the mines again.
Caca.
The call. I
want that.
Every time I hear, I only know that one because of Frostpunk. That's like the only thing I know of that game. Is apparently you can make kids work the mine. It's kind of funny
Yes.
because it's
You have
Frostpunk.
to force children to work the entire time. Child labor laws are a luxury in the world of Frostpunk.
Oh, I believe it. But like someone said, it's for the greater good.
We're raining the hell out of this night. How you doing, by the way, Scribbler? Ow, fuck.
Hello, Scribbler. Hello. Welcome to the jungle. It gets worse here every day. We got everything you want.
Well-
Something.
When you said the jungle, I'm thinking of the Rainforest Cafe and that one guy that actually went to all of them.
Oh God, real talk. Where I lived in one of the ones they went to. There was
No.
like one of the only like known like locations still. Because there's like I think
Have we been to this
Two in-
cathedral?
yes,
Or not the cathedral,
Yeah.
the castle?
no.
Alright, let's go to the castle.
Okay, so yeah, actually I know I remember because he went to the one in Phoenix, and I was like right by where I lived. Funny enough, used to live.
Where are you?
Like one of the few actual working rainforest cafes in Phoenix.
Those things are so weird to me because it's like this bygone relic. Like, it's not supposed to be, like, there anymore, it feels like, you know?
Yeah,
It
no,
feels
that's
like
the
a
thing.
liminal space. It feels like a weird
the-
liminal space.
And the funny part is they're very poorly maintained. Like they look like what?
I feel like they kind of hype up on their things. I'm like, what the fuck are safari fries? They're French fries. There's
Well,
nothing
you gotta have a
different.
gimmick, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, but then it's like,
Safari fries. You caught them in the wild.
It's like I worked for a restaurant. I worked for a place that did that. It was a casino, but it was you know,
Oh,
what
I'm
they call
down.
them. Oh shit! Wait, you guys actually? Oh, you guys
I'm
are down
fine.
below.
You got
Okay,
forced to
okay.
force me to the air, so I have a cookie. Good. I'm proud of you.
So, what was I gonna say? So I worked for a place that had a theme that was really weird
Ow.
because it was like the most basic, dumbest marketing theme they did. They basically tried to make it seem like, oh, it's hip, it's cool, and you know, it's radical and all that dumb shit. It was like a casino restaurant. There was like on a horse
God,
track.
That is a tragedy. Trust me.
And it was funny though because like there's a couple things wrong with it. One is they cheaped out hard on it. Literally, it's in a tent. You know, one of those like ugly ass tents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's out here where it's like you get storms, you get tornadoes. Like in the middle of tornado season, it's musty, it's gross. There's mosquitoes everywhere. And no surprise they failed their they actually failed their health inspection like twice.
Damn.
Yeah. But it also made it funny because I got to see the menu and it's literally AI art.
Oh,
like-
that's.
It looks.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, they literally have cheaped out so bad because they basically
Ow.
aren't making
Oh,
any
yo!
money.
Christmas lights.
Like these guys are not making any cash.
Yeah.
They're only busy like 2 days out of the week anyway. It's like, guys, you don't make money. You don't make anything. And it gets insist on like doing all these silly things to like cut costs, cut corners. One of it was self-service machines. I'm like, guys, we're not even in like an area
God,
people
I hate
like.
self-service shit like that. It just.
Oh, they made it worse because what they did was there's only one live register.
Oh, we're gonna have to
the
go.
rest are all.
We're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck! We can kill this guy.
I'm gonna say fuck it.
Nah, yeah, we can't get him. We'll come back for him. We'll come back for him. Just mark it on
I'll
the
come
map.
back for you. You can't hide forever.
Mind
But,
the
like,
jump.
What they did that was really stupid was that, but they did in an area where
Ow.
it's like, guys, look around. There's a lot of like older people here. There's
They're
like
not
people
gonna
who
want
really,
self-service, all that kind of shit.
yeah, and some of them, believe it or not, don't have credit cards or debit cards even.
Oh,
don't trust-
ew.
They
Yeah.
don't even trust the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
God. It makes me feel so bad inside. Just.
yeah.
Ugh.
What made it worse was they decided like they really are bad at figuring out change. Like for some reason they didn't want to do quarters no more. So what they did was they did nickels and dimes. It's like then they taxed, but for some reason the tax is all odd and odd numbers. So it's like I can't give anyone even number change, guys. They're like, oh, well, just either shortchange them or not. And it's like I can't shortchange them. I'll actually get in trouble for that.
Oh, well, I mean, you're making the mistake of thinking that any of these companies care about you.
Well, no, they
or
don't.
Who's around them.
Yeah. It just got. It was so bad because it's like,
we're here.
what was the? Like I actually walked out on them. Finally, because I got annoyed.
Nice.
Like I left on the busiest day of the week too, and they got pissed about it.
As you should. It's always
was
fun
like-
to do that.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was funny.
I was cry about
Funny
it.
enough, apparently they're okay with hiring me back for security, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't really want to work for you guys.
Of course they're okay with that. It's
I
beneficial
was
then.
coming.
I've had
Yeah.
I've had multiple jobs like contact me after like long after I have quit and just because they need somebody with a pulse. They hit me
Yeah.
up and they're like, "Oh, please come in here. Please come in. Please come work again. Don't you want to work? Did you want to make money?" And I'm like, "I'm making better money and a lot happier. Nowhere near the hell factory you run. Please leave me alone."
Oh no, I told them that too. I'm like, hey, I'm working
Oh, yeah,
for a
we're stuck here,
competitor.
guys. Y'all, we're stuck here. We can't go anywhere else.
Okay. I actually told them I legit, because I actually am working for a competitor of theirs. I'm like, I work for a competitor, of course, and they're paying me a lot more, and they're making me do less work. and they hired me just because they don't like you guys.
Yeah.
Because they knew what you got, because they know how bad you guys are doing. Because I was funny, because I had the interview on the day of their grand opening when they finally opened the damn place. What made it funny was they had nobody there. And like they're selling draft beer for like $7, and the person's like, "I've only sold like one whole beer today."
Well,
it's like,
oh, I think this means we get the gaping dragon.
oh no, they're gonna be gaping. Oh my
They are.
god!
No, I think we're getting the gaping dragon on this one, which means free items.
Yay!
Is it the gaping dragon? It's the gaping dragon.
Oh, it's that one.
All right, go for the tail.
Right.
Booyah!
To cut the tail, you need to use something that does standard or slashing damage, by the way. It can't be anything else.
Okay. I got a piercing sword.
That won't work.
I don't know.
Oh,
Why does it look like it has like a second blood on it?
Because it does.
Oh yeah. Miyazaki is into that.
The art design in the first Dark Souls, goddamn, every one of these games. Holy shit.
My favorite is finding out that the slimes in the deaths were actually like
There it
literal
goes.
shit. Oh, we got a Troll Knight
Hey!
sword. Oh,
there.
Ow.
my favorite thing was finding out the actual like what do they call them? The actual like slime creatures in the deaths
Oh,
were actually
fuck
like
me.
actual poop.
Oh.
Nice. Who's down?
Oh, Castlevania
I'm down.
Hospital.
Yeah, I need the hospital.
We got hospital.
Oh god, she's a puker.
Yep, there it goes.
Ew.
Don't
As
step
if we
in
had
that.
weapon durability.
Why would you put that out into the world? Why would you give
What?
Miyazaki that idea? Why would you do this? Oh! Okay. Alright, you know what? Fair. I taste pretty good. That's okay. That's fine. Whatever.
I think I should understand.
Oh,
There is
I am out of heal. Awesome. I'm down.
Hospital.
Please.
Wee woo, SpongeBob.
God, I love this thing's design so much.
I love their update design for this game.
Isn't this just like the same model but ported with slightly higher textures?
Yeah. I think they also added more teeth. You can't have
I
more
have to go back and
teeth.
play
Never.
Dark Souls 1.
I actually got the seamless co-op mod and it's so much fun, so much chaos.
Ah, that's rad.
Yeah,
it's almost dead.
I'm down to. If you ever want, I'll play it with you.
I can be down with that. Seamless
'Cause
co-op
it's seamless.
has been really difficult for me because a lot of shitters like get on and then have ruined the experience. And I'm
up,
not a
Tony?
big fan of dealing with that.
Oh, so fun fact: you can actually turn off invasions in the seamless co-op.
Yeah, but that fucks up the natural invasions that happen, and I don't like that bit either. Like,
yeah.
I don't want the natural invasions to stop because you get cool items out of that, but I don't want to deal with, weird assholes showing up with, like, crazy instant kill abilities.
Oh, like guys who just hang out in Undead Burg all day just to grief new players.
Yeah, I was dealing with that a while ago.
Yeah, I think it lets you turn it off. It does not affect NPCs invading.
I could try that.
You just yeah, because I think it'll just turn that off so you can't get invaded by people. Because like, oh, the people in seamless co-op are awful to invade.
Also, let's go back and get those Crucible Knights.
Let's go. Yeah, the red eyes. I don't know why now I like to think it's that meme from Yu-Gi-Oh! The red eyes big dick dragon.
Well, it happens when you fuse it with Celtic Warrior.
Oh, you get
Celtic
the red
Swordsman.
eyes
Big Dick Dragon, yeah.
big dick dragon.
Red eyes
Hey,
big dick dragon.
Estes.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see like the a
There
bridge
it is.
type of be like. I could
You
definitely
get your
cast
Estes
it.
cast.
I did not. I'll grab it.
Oh,
I'll meet
yeah.
you guys over at the thing.
Okay. I always laugh at that one. Also, I can't help but laugh. Who has seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0?
I have.
I have.
And oh
And
my
that
god.
shit was funny. That shit's wild.
Seeing Yami just murder people is very satisfying.
He
Which-
literally
that was the
feeds
idea.
someone to a demon.
Well, that was the idea in the original series. Like for the manga, it was just that he was the king of games, not
Yeah.
anything special outside of that. And Duel Monsters was a game that existed, like in that universe, and then it's was rewritten to focus on that, which is hilarious.
Also, Kaiba had green hair, was tweaking all the time.
Oh yeah.
He kind of still does.
But now he's just in a wheelchair, just like he doesn't know what he's doing with his life.
If I remember, didn't the manga legit, like, it had little to do half the time with the actual card game until much later.
The
Like,
the
most
card
of it's
game
like,
only came out
Kaiba-
once.
Yeah, it was like Kaiba just trying to kill
Fucking
Yugi
hell.
half the time.
No, Kaiba only
Kai-
shows up once. Kaiba
Wait,
is
does?
not a character in the original season outside of the one time he meets him and plays Ghoul Monsters. Everybody else
no,
is just like a random dude, like a guy around town who's talking shit.
No, that was in the manga. Kaiba was like trying to kill Yugi, like legit killed him, like weird,
Well,
like
yeah, but he's not,
Saw-esque
like,
game.
he's-
Oh
What?
shit!
I mean, that might have been something that I just missed, but I don't remember any of that.
I don't know. I just remember
fuck.
only reading it through Shonen Jump too. So
Oh,
it's
you
like,
know what? Years ago, I found like the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga, like
Fuck!
manga jump, and it was.
Can y'all get me? God damn it.
Yeah,
They
oh,
really need to buff.
shit.
They need to buff Executioner. It's so frustrating.
why can't I target you, Cavs?
Just hit
Okay.
me. Just hit in the general direction. Oh,
Fuck.
oh, never mind. It's fine.
God damn it!
I thought I got you. That's my oopsie.
No, it's fine. It's okay. You guys can
What the
abandon me. It
fuck?
happens.
Targeting? Come the fuck on!
It's okay. You know, you can abandon me. I will scream and cry and die on my own. I thought
No.
we were friends. I thought we were friends.
You
Ow,
got.
ow.
Oh shit!
I'm on
Come
the way.
on.
1 second.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like, please res me. I have ray gun.
Living that life right now.
Motherfucker! Fuck you! You fucking shit!
Ah, fuck.
I'm coming.
I will say, don't even bother with the ones that don't have red eyes. They don't drop shit.
Well, oh no, they're great for experience though. And it's only the ones
Oh.
with spears that drop stuff.
Hey, Ukes. I'm summoning my red eyes, black dragon. Kunai with chain. Ow, fuck me. Ow.
All right.
Gotcha. Ah!
Nice.
Ruined your day. All right.
There
Now
we
what we got? What we got? Who's gonna? Who's next?
I do not know where we could go next. Does anybody have
Follow me, then.
a jail key? Oh wait,
Yeah.
we can go
Oh.
straight. We can go up to the roof. There's somebody up there. This way.
Yeah. It might be a death right bird though.
Still worth it. I mean, I'm only level 7 now, but worth it. Fuck.
You can do it. Oh wait, there's a bond. There's a.
Oh, hey, there's somebody.
bonds.
Season 0 where Yami becomes
Oh, yeah, it's
kind of
another
a
one.
lecturer
He
with
dropped shit.
reality warping powers. Holy
Yep.
shit, I remember that.
That's the whole series. That's the whole of season 0.
I'm trying to think of like another unhinged like thing with anime that's funny.
When
All
they
of
did
Hellsing?
Ghost Story.
Ah, Hellsing is. Oh god, Hellsing is funny. I will always like have a big smile on my face whenever I see anything of Hellsing. It's just ridiculous, and I love it.
I want to point out, like, what about... Oh, I got Magic Omen Cleaver. Who wants that?
I'll take it.
I'm good.
Hold on.
Where's the? Oh, I know. Another one is Oh, you want the Knight Rider's cleaver?
No. Alright, here.
Guys,
There. Where? What?
Okay, I'm on my way.
Hold on. Hold on. Your hospitable is coming by.
Yeah, hospital crew.
oh, it's not even a hospital thing. It's just gotta fight the guy. Holy shit! Like a fucking cruise missile.
I like it. Does the whistle? It's like, ew.
It made the noise.
The class of 09. What? You don't recognize the bodies in the water?
Oh no, class of 09 is Lyle Rath's anime.
Oh, okay.
Like he was involved
just-
in it.
Oh, Onyx Lord Sword. Holy shit, give me that.
Nice.
Ah, fuck yeah. Oh shit, here we go again. Do. There's a guy up
Going to
there,
the
you
roof.
said?
Going to the roof.
I'm sitting on the rooftops.
Oh,
Almost
like,
there.
Oh, if we're talking about, like, classic cartoon shows, Class 3000.
Oh,
I'm just
it's
saying.
undulating tree spirit thingy. Also, yeah, class of 3000 is great.
It's so messed up learning how that they got done dirty with that show.
Well, yeah, that's Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers, being
They're like-
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers.
They're like, you didn't make enough toy sales. Sir, this is a musical.
Oh yeah, 'cause they were all hung up on like toy sales shit for some reason.
Well, no, that was marketing throughout all of the most cartoon knowledge is like
Hospital.
have to they have to sell a certain amount of something. Ow,
Ow.
fuck. I'm coming.
Ow! Fuck
Oh my god, are you fucking with me?
Ow!
Well, all right,
Hospital!
you got me.
Hospital! Emergency room!
Oh my god. Ah.
You. Fucking tree spirit. Ew, it's undulating too. I hate that.
Well, that sucked.
On the weird part, I was told this was supposedly a Dark Souls enemy that they just repurposed.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. Oh god, I had 100,000.
We can
Mother.
just go get him back. We can just go get him back.
I got it.
We're right
And it just-
there.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's just get him back.
Once it loads for me. There we go.
EA Cthulhu for talking. EA.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Alfio No. Hello. Welcome. We're playing some good old Elden Ring, Night Rain with the lovely Cassafel and
Hi.
Dia here. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid.
Hoyo.
Welcome in.
For those coming in, I'm
Webos.
Papa Oddly, your father in hell, like your regular father, only better because I'm from hell. I play video games and I yell a lot.
I'm an art
Yes.
variety streamer. I draw pictures, I react to things, and I play video games. Also, occasionally I cover politics. I try to keep that to a particular day of the week.
Hell yeah.
If you're
Also,
feeling frisky about learning about the news.
yeah. Also, hello, Morgan the Valkyrie Slayer. Welcome.
Holy shit.
Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the Madhouse. I'm playing Elden Ring Night
Oh, boy.
Rain with the lovely Cassafel and Dia. Oh god, I just got hit.
I gotta get that.
Oh,
Hello, though. I'll give you a shout out in just a second. As soon as I beat this son of a bitch.
this might be a bit above our pay grade.
That'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
be
it's all
fine.
good.
We'll be fine, Cass. Positivity.
I know.
Oh my god, it's a thrusting weapon. I have a thrusting weapon, Cass. I was wrong. But hello, Alfio. Let me give you a shot real quick while I'm down.
Ow.
Well, you're about to be back up.
See what you were playing. Where are you playing? Where are
I
you playing?
can get you back up. Hold
Oh,
on,
you were
hold
playing
on.
Elden Ring.
Nice.
Hope you're having fun with
You're
that.
back up.
Ow.
You're back up.
I'm still down.
No, you're not.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Ah!
Oh shit.
This fucking game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this fucking game.
But how you guys doing?
Ah,
Oh, you know,
fuck.
I'm fine. Fine, mostly.
Okay, should I just beat it?
Yes. Just beat the shit out of
Yeah. Beat it. Make it suffer.
it. Yeah.
I'm just running around.
Suffer like
fine.
G did. Suffer like G did.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean suffer
Oh,
like
House of the
Dead?
Dead 2.
I have not played that in years. I feel left out.
Oh, Cass, we gotta expose you to that now.
I've
The fun
played
part
it, I
is it's
just
getting
don't want
remake.
to replay it. It's House of the Dead 4 is where it's at. That's a light gun game.
I don't have that much health.
I'm
down.
coming. Don't. Oh
I
my
need hot-
god.
I
Why
need
are we
hot-
trying
On the way.
this? I know we're stubborn.
We're trying this because we need to do it.
I need insurance.
We're working on it. Oddly's
There's
probably got you.
I'm stuck in his fucking tail.
Or not.
Motherfucker. Why does it do so much fucking damage?
Because it's
It just
way above our
hurts.
level.
Also, I am Dia. I am your local demon god from the netherworld. So I'm here to have fun. And
I'll make you
enjoy the
bleed.
game.
I'll make you bleed.
Oh, okay, got me again.
I'm just a
Fuck.
variety streamer. I
Oh.
practically just play games, do silly stuff. That's what I do. That's what I like to do.
Oh.
I got
Or
you,
I am-
Chad. Oh,
I
I
am
can't.
just a simple demon.
Things, big fat asses in my way.
I
How big
am.
we talking about?
I am so done with so much of this game. Holy shit.
Hold on. I can give the screeching eagle run. Come on. Get me in there.
Oh.
Give-
Oh my god.
I died the moment before you did that. After like not getting to kill Augur and then this, I am so just So down for
Oh,
bad for
I forget.
execution's gameplay.
Forget.
No, I love the gameplay. I love the character, but fuck, do I just hate how much I get like cooked as him constantly.
Yeah, and also it's like
Oh god.
I won't lie. There's like a. It feels like there's a
Those
lot.
over me. That is true.
What's up?
Oh, Trevor's making fun of me.
Like what, Cass?
Huh? No, it's fair. It's fair. Trevor is allowed to make fun of me a little bit. Trevor's allowed.
Okay.
He's one of mine. He's here all the time.
I
I can take care of myself. I don't need people to defend me. I got this. You should see how I act when people try to hate raid me.
I think I've seen that once.
I have not. I don't know why people even do
Oh,
that.
I have designated internet stalkers. That was when I knew I made it. I have like at least 4 dudes who come in consistently who are like legit obsessed with me. It's weird.
I'm assuming they don't know the word no.
No. They're cyber stalking me.
Oh.
Like they look for all of my socials. They try to threaten me. A couple of times they've sent me like DMs trying to find my address. I've legit made it. I'm here.
Hey, look, Mom, famous.
Thank you for the follow, Neat.
I do know about swap parrying. Yes.
Thank you for the follow, Aim. I really appreciate it. Welcome.
I used to have internet stalkers. Don't know what happened to them.
I'm glad they're not there anymore.
Don't worry about it.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure one got locked up somewhere. They won't be missed.
Oh, of course it's to be expected because I'm trans on the internet. That's enough to make certain very weak men maul themselves into committing crimes.
Oh shit! We got the naked elf man.
What's really funny about it to me is that they like legitimately funny to me is that the moment after the first time like one of them went off in chat, they joined my OnlyFans.
Oh wow.
They hate me because they want to jerk off to me.
I mean, that sounds like a skill issue.
What, wanting to jerk off to me? That's rude. Damn, oddly rude. Damn.
I'm not rude.
He's out here saying you should. It's weak. It's a skill issue if you want to jerk off to me.
No, they're mad about it.
I'm gonna cry. I'm crying. I'm crying.
I'm getting beat by a naked elf man.
I'm crying.
It's like one of my animes. No, it's a skill issue. They're mad about it. It's like,
oh, very true. Very true.
I feel like it's just the whole jerk mate position. They're like,
I don't intend to be part of that.
I'm
draw
gonna-
that
oh,
should
you
have stalkers.
bastard!
oh,
Hey, it's this guy. I
Oh.
know this guy.
I hate this guy.
Oh, he's fine. He's just a little guy.
ow. No, he's not. He's a big.
He's just
I
a
see it.
little guy.
Big guy, and he's a butthole.
Time for the
And
eagle.
I'm sorry to hear that, but that sucks butt.
I'm
it's
just
the
more
stalkers?
like,
Eh.
Yeah.
I'm more of like, look, you sign up for the OnlyFans. That's on.
Yeah, that's on you, bro.
Don't be mad because you know,
Oh no, it's
your self-esteem.
It's not that like it's a side effect of the hate kind of thing. I won't delve
Yeah.
too much into it because it really is just down to them not having like a lot of health mentally. But you know,
Okay.
it's a product of old internet stuff, and not like my personal old internet stuff. I've seen stuff on the internet. Fuck me, god damn it!
There you go. I freed you.
What the fuck? Oh, okay, I'm over here. I'm down.
Oh,
Where are you?
It's a I'm right here. But yeah, it's a product of people's behavior
Ow.
on things like on kiwi farms and shit like that.
oh.
The internet has made people way worse.
Actually, no. Like, okay, one stalker I know for sure. They got basically ran off the internet because they had a wild thing. Actually, they were like the 3rd time I got doxxed. They doxed out my address, but nothing came of it. Cause I'm like, dude, what are half the people gonna do? Most of them don't have the energy to actually do anything.
I just don't understand stalkers in general because I'm like, y'all don't have a life.
Oh no,
You're
it
just
really
gonna
is a
get
lack
mad.
of life. You're entirely correct.
Yeah.
It actually is
Yeah.
a lack of anything better to do with their time. I'm down.
Oh, up of the.
Don't focus
I'll
on
keep
me.
it
It's fine.
distracted.
Don't focus on the guy. He's behind you.
I'll keep him distracted. He's on me. He wants my baloney
All right,
body.
Dia, now you can come grab me.
As
Well,
soon
he's
as
got
you
the
said that.
attention.
Yeah, he doesn't like me. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't like that. I don't like that. You stop that
Ow,
right now.
Ow, ow. Now I really need a hospital.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. No,
You
don't
can't
you grab
say
me.
that when you're the one being hurt. She
Well,
says
maybe I-
the one being hurt.
I mean, maybe I'm a bit of a little weirdo.
I ain't fair.
I missed that. I'm upset.
Come on.
Oh, I
God
hate your
damn,
little
this
strut.
guy
I
has,
hate his
like,
little.
0 fucking damage. Jesus Christ.
I hate this guy's little strut. Like, who do you think he is? Walking like he's
Ow.
cock of the wall.
Okay, I'm
I
down
got.
again.
You can get Cass. I got this.
Oh God, I'm done playing as Executioner. I'm so done.
Yeah, he's hard.
There is a class of being horny and approaching people. Oh, God.
Oh,
there
it's not.
is?
It's not. No. Okay, they're saying that like you don't have to be a weird fucking hater if you're attracted to people, which is true. But
Ow.
like it's not that they are like Okay, so the thing about transness as it relates to this is that the transness is why they hate me. And the OnlyFans stuff is because they also want to fuck trans people, and their own inability to square that within themselves is one of the things that causes that hatred. All right, it's not just that they are attracted to somebody, and that means that they have to hate them. That's not what they're doing. They're transphobic, and part of their transphobia is informed by their inability to deal with like decency, to deal with people.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Also, can you give me a moment? I really gotta use the bathroom.
Go piss.
Go piss, Carol. Also, real quick though, there's actually a really cool VTuber I know in chat. Gentleman Eldridge, what's up? So if you don't know, they're Eldridge investigator VTuber. Their Malago is super hard cast.
I'd love to
Like
check
you
them
would
out.
love it.
I'd love to check them
Yeah.
out.
Actually, let me get, if it's alright, I'm gonna give him a little shout out real quick.
Do it. I wouldn't have a
Here you go,
problem.
Eldridge. He's funny. He also does edits and all kinds of cool stuff. His model has a toggle where it just opens up with eyes and teeth out of a trench coat. It looks like a oil painting that moves. I love
That is
it.
cool. That is very
He's
cool.
criminally underrated. But yeah, I will go piss. I'll leave everyone in your capable hands. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I'll do everything you wouldn't do.
I
I'll do
expected any
everything.
better. Guys, you're with Cass now for 5
Hello,
minutes.
everyone. Hello, it's good to have you here. Dia's here too, you know. Is Dia still here? Oh god, am I alone?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
no,
I'm
Dia's here.
here. I'm here.
Hello.
Sorry. Sorry. It's just the fact that I'm dealing. After I got out of work, some things have been happening to me. Basically, my family is basically pushing the notion of like, well, why can't you take care of my mother? Well, my mother's mental health seems to be declining. That's what it seems like. But I've been trying my best, and then they're like, well, why haven't you gone and seen her? Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that?
Oh
And I was
yeah, I
like,
get that.
And I'm
I'm
like-
sorry.
yeah, and I'm just like, y'all are asking me to do everything in the book, and at the same time, they are just trying to, like, what is the word? They're also expecting me to do everything under it and be more, you know, quote unquote understanding. I'm like, I am, but y'all are
Well,
making
yeah,
it harder
it's because
for
it's
me.
it's never gonna be about like the actual like meaningful way of going to go see somebody, because it's about fulfilling that fulfilling that as an action rather than doing it because you have the time, because you like are doing it for the action. It's like, oh, check it off the list kind of thing.
Yeah. Right now, they even suggested, like, oh, why don't you just quit your job, just move back to home, and then you can take care of my mom. I was like, first of all, what?
Gross
And
behavior.
two, yeah. And I was like, hold on. I get that, but at the same time, I wouldn't ditch my roommate. That's pretty fucked up.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, I'm just telling everybody in chat like what's been going on. Basically, family is pressuring me, want me to do everything under the sun to help my mom because her mental health is not all that great, and she's going from house to house from different family members, and now they're saying like we can't hold her because this and this. Why can't I do it? I'm just like, I work, I live in an apartment. No.
You don't have the means for it, you know?
Yeah.
Which it unfortunately happened.
Yeah.
It's like
I even
Oh.
oh, go ahead.
I even give a suggestion of like, well, here's like some places that will help my mother. This and that, and they're like, well, can't you take her? I'm like, what? I just gave y'all this. Like, y'all can go ahead and do it. Like, y'all are close by to that area which my mom is in. Why do I have to take her? It doesn't make any sense. I live 45 minutes where my mom is.
Yeah.
So
I used to have family that would do stuff like that. And it's like they always did, like, it's because for some reason everyone said no, but then they would ask the one person that couldn't do it and pressure that last person because it was like, you're like, oh no, you're supposed to. It's like, do I really need to? Because I'm not even available to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
I'm
want to
trying to
think
live.
about that time of my life at all. God damn.
Me neither. I actually had that with my sister. It's one of the reasons why I haven't talked to her in 4 years. I'm like,
Yep.
brain.
Fun day on stream.
We get a little real on stream.
for me, it's real, and they haven't let up. So I'm just like, you know what? A family like that, I don't need.
No, you don't.
Fair. Fair. Very fair.
And my friends and my coworkers are like, look, you don't need that family. We're your family. That was
Found
like such
family is a thing.
Yep. That is true.
I have a lot of found family.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh god, that's just bringing back a lot of fucking horrifying memories.
Well,
sorry.
let's move on.
I'd like
Look,
that. I'd like that quite a lot, actually.
Okay. Let's move on. Also, my cat says hi to everyone.
Hello,
Hello,
animal.
kitty. Hello, furry friend. Also, real quick, Eldridge, what'd you get your hands on? I want to know. Tell me. I want to know what you got your hands on. What you got something new? Something I probably haven't seen before.
Times
Tell
two,
me.
New marble game. I am a little bit familiar with that.
Also, whenever you're ready, Cass.
Oh, right. What are we doing?
We're still trying to be auger for you.
Oh god. This game.
I don't know.
Sorry,
This game activate.
I'm recentering myself because that was a lot of heaviness that I did not expect and was not in any way prepared for.
I do apologize
it
if I
is
bring that back.
Fine. It caught me off guard and it just hit a little too close to home. Whew. All right, commence expedition. Do the thing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, hey, you gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just
Okay.
I'm fine. It just yeah. I'm fine.
Alright.
I will be fine.
Look,
Oh well.
let's not think about it. Let's just
Yeah. Let's not think about it. Anyway, Eldridge apparently said they got the official Bloodborne or Hunter strategy guide.
That is really
Based.
cool. I am
Honestly,
jealous.
I love that DLC so much. Now I really want to do a Bloodborne. Actually, no. Fun fact.
Oh wait, no,
I
it's
am
made you buckle. Nice. We'll play this together. Sorry, go on.
Hell yeah. Fun fact, actually. I'm actually teaching someone Monday on how to play through Bloodborne because they're actually a little intimidated, and I'm like, it's not that hard. I could show you. Just
Bloodborne.
dodging.
You get into the flow of it. You know, it's not even the hardest. Like gameplay wise, it's not the hardest of the of the FromSoft games.
No, it's actually probably one of the more easier ones, I'd argue.
I'd say the
I
most. Sorry, go on.
I just say like, okay, you want hard? Looks at Demon Soul, do it.
Oh no, Demon Souls is because the checkpoint system is so brutal.
Yeah. Like, I would say Elden Ring has the worst balancing. Bloodborne, for my money, is the best one.
like full stop. I'd say Elden Ring has the worst balancing out of all of them, and that's where a lot of its difficulty comes from late game. And I'd say Sekiro has the most mechanical like difficulty because you have to be so on point with your counters.
Yeah. Yeah, like one thing I do see that with what's it called, Elden Ring, is because that's kind of why I haven't finished the DLC. Funny enough, I know how it ends. I do. I just don't have it in me to do it because I'm like, a lot of the difficulty spikes feel like, okay, it's not even like fair. It just feels like it's hard for the sake of it.
Well, the thing that Elden Ring gets really, really wrong, and this comes from, you know, every Elden Ring fan I've ever met agrees with this sentiment. It's that the game doesn't balance its damage and health well at all. Like,
no, it doesn't.
On the back half of the game, if you don't have everything put into vigor, you're fucked. You're just cooked.
Yep.
There's no reason to have anything other than very specific vigor builds. For a lot of the game, unless you're cracked at the gameplay. The casual player who is not like getting as deep in as possible is gonna have a bad time. And even really heavy players have a big problem with all this stuff. Like, I'd say at the halfway point of the game, like anything after the Giant's Tower, or not the Giant's Tower, the Giant's Cauldron,
The Fire Giant.
Yeah, the Fire Giant. The damaging is just fucked. Like,
Yep.
every boss has way too much health. They do, like, 50% too much damage. So where if you don't have either the right build for it or the patience of a saint, you're gonna die in like 2 hits, and then you're gonna have to go back and try it again after, you know, walking through. And I don't find that fun.
Yeah, that's what kills it for me. That's why I won't lie. If people ask me to rank it, I do rank it after Dark Souls 2 because I don't enjoy Dark Souls 2 for mostly a design perspective. It's not fun to me.
Ow.
I've never played Dark Souls 2. I've been waiting to give it a shot. I feel iffy on it.
Basically, get Scholar of the First Sin. Even then, it's like it's not much to write home on. It's considered like the, you know, not so great entry, mostly because, weirdly enough, the person who helped develop it was the one who made NIGHTREIGN.
Yeah.
It's just that Dark Souls 2, something weird happened in its development. It just came out
It wasn't
weird.
like the core team. Well, yeah, it's not Dark Souls. It's a different thing, which is fine.
Yeah.
Also,
hey, Braga.
like the Stake America system. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Stake America thing because I think it's incredibly underutilized and ultimately just like having a bonfire that doesn't work. At least that's how it felt to me. Because it's just like, all right, you die, you go back to a checkpoint, but like, does the checkpoint even matter?
Not really. But like,
Ow.
I see too when the bosses hit way too hard or way too tanky because like, oh my god, the Deathrite birds in the later areas are just obnoxious.
Oh, dear lord.
I hate. The sad part is I like the design. I just hate fighting them. I don't like them for any. Oh.
Dark Souls, sorry, not Dark Souls. Elden Ring is a game I hate and I also love. It's like Magic the Gathering for me. I love it and I hate it. I love it, I never want to play it again. I love it, I will never buy any of the cards ever again in my life.
Meanwhile, me, because of my girlfriend, I'm like, pretty cod, bud.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I am, unfortunately, I'm a weak creature.
I did it for years,
like,
and it's off the table for me now.
The bad part is she gave me the one card I wanted to start me off, which was Elish Norn, the Mother of Machines.
Oh yeah, you did talk about that.
Where the fuck is the last guy?
Yeah, where is he?
He's down, I think.
There he
He's
is,
down
found
over
him,
here.
found him.
In case, actually, you're probably familiar with Phyrexians, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, it's funny because actually I then spoiled myself because I managed to find the Junji Ito art card of Elish Norn.
That's rad.
Yeah, now it's the step and complete one too, so it has the funny little symbols when you shine light on it.
Cold Flambridge. We'll get this right now. More runes.
Yeah.
Let's go to the castle ahead of us.
Now that has an ulcerated tree spear. I don't think we should fight that one.
We can still get the stuff in the basement.
Yeah, basement, and I think there's a knight with a spear.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Crucible Knights.
Yeah.
Was there a... No, there was not a campfire, or...
I'll just call it a bonfire. It's fine. It's a bonfire. Even in games where
Oh,
they don't have it
shit.
as anything like a bonfire, it's a bonfire.
Yeah, so yeah, that thing that we fought earlier, it's up there.
Yeah.
Saw it.
Yeah, we're not gonna fight it.
We're just gonna get the thing in the basement.
Yeah, and the Spear Knight.
Ow.
We will not go upstairs. We will not think about upstairs.
We can do that later. Ow. Fuck. That was cool. Good job, big guy. There's gotta be a fucking bonfire down here somewhere.
Oh, it's to the left, always. So it is to the left of the castle, but
Gotta heal.
so it'll be over here, actually.
Ah. Aha.
Hey, Bedronius, how's it going?
There it is. No, it's not.
By the snow area. It's over here by me.
Oh, okay. Oh, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Oh, there's a troll up there, too.
Oh, we gotta kill that guy. We have to kill that guy.
Oh, the troll up there?
Yeah, it'll be funny.
Okay.
Just be like, I want to kill.
I want to kill everything that I see. The only major hiccups for Elden Ring are bad scaling at the halfway point, slightly disappointing open world. Everything is either a person-by-person basis or very small things that add up. I think that's very fair to say. Like, the two actual glaring flaws are its terrible balancing, and its, and I wouldn't even say the open world is that disappointing. But I would say that a lot of weapons are made entirely pointless.
Oh, a great enemy. Oh shit, I'm taking that. I got the big ass sword.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh god. Bad acid
Oh, we
rain.
gotta move, we gotta move.
New Jersey rain. Run away.
Tromaville's attacking.
Oh, I love. Oh god,
The
Cash.
Toxic
Don't even get me
Avenger's gonna be
started.
so fucking cool.
Don't even get me started on that. I love Trauma. I love Uncle Lord. I used to actually talk to him at one point.
Really? That's rad.
Yeah. I haven't in years. He probably doesn't even remember me because that was the old account I used to have.
Where
It's like,
the
he's-
hell oh yeah, basement.
Yeah, basement. We're gonna be basement dwellers. Hooray!
Yes.
Basement.
All I can think of that TikTok of this dude who's like, "Mother unit, it's not some trashy cartoon. It's called anime." He's wearing a fedora and a trench coat. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, you missed it. You were going
Oh,
wrong
I
way.
was going to get the items.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's this bastard.
GG easy. Okay.
I didn't know
he
this-
might have some hands. A lot of them. He's got hands.
And he's
Hey,
got
Chris,
what
how you
looks
doing?
like. Does that thing have a ball sack? Ew.
It might.
Ew.
It's got a lot of legs.
It has a bird wing on it.
There's a lot going on here. Well, there was a lot going on here. Now it's mostly dead.
Stop screaming
also,
at me.
I can't. I don't know how you simp for America. I don't know how you simp for America. Like, she's got a
Wait, what?
compelling story, but my god. America is one of the worst people I have ever seen in anything. She's up there with Griffith for me. Love
Oh,
her.
yeah.
She's awful.
I got Falling Star Beast jaw.
Nice.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
listen.
I can't
Yeah.
use it.
You can't use it?
You probably gotta level up.
Yeah. Most likely, or it's not good. You cannot fix her! You cannot fix her! She's a genocidal maniac! You cannot fix America!
Oh, yeah, you cannot fix her, and I don't think you should put your dingling in that.
I don't think she wants you to fix her.
Don't put your dick in America!
But Kaz, I like toxic women.
She's war crime shaped! You don't want that!
Oh, damn it.
Now,
There are other people!
Put
Hey,
the
I
rag
take
on.
Melania
Put the
over
rag
her
on.
and she's got cosmic herpes!
Oh yeah, that's true. She probably does.
No, she does! That's the whole thing! She's got the Scarlet Rot! She's got space herpes!
Wait, she No, I thought that was
forbid a woman
I
have
thought- I thought
hobbies?
that was
How
Mel-
dare you? I said
I thought that was
Melania. I
yeah,
said
Melania.
Melana's better.
Wait, she has the space
No.
the cosmic leprosy.
Yeah!
yeah, I will deal with that. but get her brother away from me.
Oh yeah,
yes.
no, no,
Tesco-
Mikola's a piece
Tesco
of shit.
Griffith.
Mikola's a piece of
I'm
shit.
glad that Moog beat the allegations. That's pretty rad.
Yeah. And apparently it's like, yeah, Moog was a little cringy, but Moog was actually kind of chill still.
Moog was
It's
just a weeb for like the indie god that nobody knew about, and like Mikola took advantage of that.
Yeah. I love apparently it's implied that like Moog was actually somewhat noble, even if he was like batshit crazy still.
Oh yeah, no, the brothers were noble people for a while. It didn't last. Also, I have things for you. Hold on, Dia, I have things for you. Take
What?
these. I don't know if you can use them, but they seem like you could use them.
Oh yeah.
Magma's candlestick. I'll take the magma blade.
So fun fact though in the game, did you ever see the thing where it's like it shows actually Morgoth actually apparently threw hands with Radon and actually gave him a run for his money apparently?
Yeah, no, Morgoth, the only reason they didn't respect Morgoth is because of the racism. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. America is incredibly racist. That she fell towards the Hornson.
Omens.
The Hornson.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah, no, the
omens,
Hornset-
The omens are a curse that is there because of her dealings with the gated divinity. Her hatred
Yeah,
manifested into the curse of the omens because it's a memory of what she did. She can never run away from the fact that even if she hid it in the realm of shadow, she committed a fucking genocide because she was mad. She was angry and did a genocide, and then the gated divinity was like, "Cool, that's part of your universe now. You're a goddess, awesome. Your kids have horns. Fuck you."
Yeah, and most of them are gonna be like, most of them are gonna be kind of a little most of them are gonna be a little fucked up too. You got, it's like, congrats.
No, I know the Hornset were genocidal, rapist, sexist, imperialists. That's not like. Here's the thing: no amount of bad justifies the genocide. I get the frustration, but America is just as bad as the Hornset.
She's actually worse.
I wouldn't say she's worse.
Actually, didn't the Hornsent cause like I don't know, one of the characters it's an optional character you can fight? Didn't they cause that technically?
The Hornset took an entire civilization of people and then crushed them into jars to use like god stuff. Telling the future or something. I don't know. It's all bad. It's all bad all the way down.
Nightmare,
I don't know if I
thank
can
you for the
compare all
follow.
of them.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, but
Nightmare, how you be? How you be, local?
No, but you know the one character I'm talking about, right?
I do not know.
Nidris. Did they cause that too?
I don't know. Probably.
We'll just say America caused everything.
America
didn't she do?
caused most things.
It's like the equivalent of a local man ruins everything. It's like local woman, demigod, god ruins
Midra,
everything.
yeah, Midra, that's him. I remember Midra.
Midra.
now. Yeah.
I love Midra's whole setup.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
Boy, kinda.
I love that the whole
I
thing
like
was
it how you
like.
just said kinda.
I love the whole setup for him.
There's like 4 actually good people in all of Elden Ring. It's one of the reasons why the story is so awesome.
I think Coraloo was technically a decent dude.
What about the guy who made the food for us?
What dude?
The crab boil. That guy.
Oh, that guy's fine.
Oh,
for the most part.
Big Boggart.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
Yeah, he just wants to eat prawns, dude. He wants to be left alone.
Also, the little guy who makes her clothes. He's cool. I love him. He's cool. I love him.
Xander's alright, I think.
Godfrey was a Chad, a Warcry infused Chad, but he was here's the thing, like Godfrey was cool.
Oh my god.
But he also was an incredibly racist imperialist who really, really wanted to murder anybody who wasn't like his ethnicity of choice enough. Because like everybody in the Golden Order, maybe with the exception of Margaret, because Margaret's pretty based, is a pretty terrible person.
Like if anything,
Was Godfrey really racist? Yeah. No, he was racist. He was sided with America's murder of I forget the people that she killed, but she killed a lot of them.
America killed almost everybody.
Yeah, like his lust for war was partially driven by his desire for only his people to survive. And like, he was totally cool with it. He sided with her. He enforced the laws.
Yeah, the guy liked battle.
Even if it was just for a, I really, he wasn't the only racist. Oh yeah, no, Godwin. Godwin is the only good one, and well, now he's literally deaf. So.
Yep, he got turned.
Yep.
He got turned into like a.
He's
He's
thinking
literally the
this
reason. Yeah, he's literally the reason why the death blights a thing.
Which is awesome.
Which was technically because of Ronnie.
Who is also a terrible person. I love her.
Oh no, I love Ronnie too, but I'm like, she is horrible.
Look, okay, look, we're gonna be honest here. Only canon ending as far as I'm concerned. Ronnie's ending. The one that leads us to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if you didn't know, this takes place in that timeline.
Oh wow.
Oh, you stole my jacket! Arlie, you stole my jacket! I just noticed.
Oh, what you doing?
Oh shit.
He's both now. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm out of heals. Don't die!
I got 2 at least.
Hey, and you might say blue feet, but I have green feet, so you should well, I actually have blue feet too. So, you know.
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm
double
down.
feed.
Get me back up when you can.
Alright. I got you. Alright.
Thank you.
I got Dia. I got
Alright.
They want me.
Well,
They want my booty.
Dia,
They want my booty.
Dia.
Oh, they want your booty, Dia.
Now he's blue.
And
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Blue fire burns hot.
Well, not gonna matter a lot. Because he is going to die. Fuck.
I love the smelter. Okay, the smelter demon is actually one of my favorites from Dark Souls 2. I won't lie. I love the smelter demon.
Go with that one. Very, very cool.
I'll go with this one.
What about Renala, the witch lady who runs like the weird like magic academy
she's
bullshit?
actually pretty decent as a person. She's not like bad. She's just sad.
Loony.
There's just sadness for her.
Yeah, because apparently she really liked Radon. Radon was like, yeah, no,
Emotionally manipulated, like.
Yeah. Radon's like, nah, I'm gonna go smash my myself. Thank you.
Hey,
I'm like, how does that work?
Self-cessed, obviously. Come on.
Is that
Radagon,
just like a
not Radon. Radagon.
Radagon? Yeah.
Radagon. Radon is one of her kids.
Oh yeah. I like it. Okay, you got me thinking of the funny meme though, where it's like
going to masturbate the incest twins into existence. Sorry, go on.
all I could think is yeah, no, Radagon's just like, I'm gonna go right now. All I got thinking about is that this animation someone did of like what the fuck's his name? I'll just call him Horror because that's all I can remember his name. Where he's like talking America and he's all like, let us lay together as husband and wife. And he's like, no, turn it into the red-haired harlot.
Yeah, that.
And he's like, good.
Yes.
And for some reason, Radagon's giving like bedroom eyes. It's like, damn, okay. It's like it's like, damn, why is Radagon like?
Stone sword key. Stone sword key. 2 stone sword keys to the Everjail. Where's the nearest Everjail? Let's go. Let's go, Everjail. Right there. Let's go. Let's go. Everjail.
Mother unit, I declare violence. Meat Mort. Oh my god, I can't believe they said that.
Rocky, thank you. Oh god, you can't meet more. Not without me.
Not in this economy.
Oh, you
No.
can in this economy. We are going to jail. And then we're gonna hit this cathedral.
Oh man, I gotta go to jail again. I just got out.
Jail,
Damn.
cathedral, jail. Wait, oh, is that a hippo? We killed the hippo first. Hippo,
I want
jail,
to kill-
cathedral.
The hippos. You're gonna be endangered again, buddy.
Oh,
I
God.
forgot.
Sorry, golden
Apparently it's a
hippo.
holy beast.
Ow. My bones hurt.
His bones are about to hurt.
Hippo about to die. Goodbye,
Poke
hippo.
you in the eye.
You were a good boy. I loved you. It's a fucked up looking dog, but I love you.
I like it has teeth growing out of its face.
Yep.
Butchering knife. Give me that shit.
I got
Let's go,
Sacred
let's go.
Wakizashi.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Everjail opened. Crystals!
Oh, Crystallian.
Crystallians! Kill them! Ow. Okay, Crystallian might... Oh, no, no. Thought I had hands. Not really having hands.
I have a heavy weapon so I can hurt them.
Nice.
I got a heavy weapon.
Oh! Woo! Oh! Oh! God damn!
It's like we're picking on them.
That
We're just
sucked
bullies.
for them.
I
Where's the
feel
next
like
one?
I feel like we're just saying to them like, get up.
Get up!
Get up so I can hit
fight
you
back!
again.
Fight back! Come on, fight back! That one. Oh wait, no. Let's get the cathedral. In that direction is the cathedral, and then from there we can go to the we can go to the next Evergale.
I pay my taxes. I pay them one boob at a time.
You like using the deflect heart here on the hippo because you grab it by the chin. That is adorable. I'm sorry, B. We got full party right now.
Don't worry, there's
Down the
always
hole!
next time.
There will be a
Fun
next time.
fact, I have a lot of free time, so anyone's welcome to hang out with me. Because before you speak, job keeping me busy right now. I'm like waiting behind work.
Jesus
'Cause,
Christ.
Yeah, that's what
You
happens
didn't
when you're
deserve
like,
to live.
yeah. He didn't have the wheel of the warrior like we did.
You lose. I win. Why? Will of the Warrior. You don't have it.
I'm glad you caught on to that. That
course
makes me
I caught
so
it.
fucking happy.
I love when people are correct. You know, and even when they are technically correct, it's beautiful. Which is the best type of correct.
Yep, technically.
Hey, look, there's
Oh,
a dead
that guy!
bloody band here.
Dead guy! Dead guy! Ooh, what you
Oh
got
shit!
there? Oh
What
shit!
the fuck?
Oh shit! Come get this.
I'm taking that
Come get the
shield.
frozen needle.
Who, me? Oh, Dia.
me,
Dia,
me,
come
me,
grab
me,
this
grab
for
the
you.
needle.
I'm gonna take those starlight shards though.
Go into the Everjail!
I'm pretty sure y'all just hear me just slurp it up, just like it's like a.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Slurp it up like I slurp up peanut butter I drop on the floor.
Exactly.
Huh?
Slurp up
Yeah.
all that peanut butter.
I don't.
You ever just do that because you're a feral beast at like 2 a.m.?
Yeah, sometimes
Hey,
I
listen.
you walk into the room and you put your mouth
Uh-huh.
on the floor and you slurp up all the peanut butter that was left there.
It's not
Yeah.
peanut butter. It's just the peanut butter. But here's the thing. I go with soda. Let's just be honest. I'm not wasting a soda that I just crack open, like freshly.
Listen,
Like-
listen. Our beloved Dolly Parton. Oh my God.
That's fine. You're being abstraction. Very, very good job. Very good job.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Listen, our beloved Queen Dolly Parton says perfectly fine to eat cheddar over the sink at 3 a.m. like a feral rat.
It's objectively true. All right, so we got that.
And
We got that.
Well, since you said Dolly Parton, I can't really argue with that.
We got to
Yeah, yeah. We don't argue with the Queen.
I argue
Yes,
with her,
but-
but only because I like arguing with her because then she gives me attention.
Wait, Jarky, how did you get every achievement in Night Rain? How?
Draki's built different.
Yeah.
I
Mini
just want
boss?
to see it.
Mini boss!
Hell yeah. What the hell is that?
Royal
Oh,
Revenant.
Royal
Oh,
Revenant. It's the Revenant. He's gonna die. Oh no, he's gonna ret. He's like, I'm gonna puke.
Oh! Does everyone love Dolly Parton? You never see anything about her? It's because everyone loves Dolly Parton. No one has anything bad
Yeah.
to say about her, and people are always talking about
She-
things that make them angry.
Yeah, she's a really nice person.
Yeah, Dolly Parton's
feel
kind of
like-
awesome.
She's
I mean-
based as fuck.
I mean, here's the thing. Would you go to Dolly World? Let's be honest.
Yes.
Oh fuck, I would totally go to Dollywood. Don't even tempt. That's not even
Like,
a question.
As a statement, it's just like, I'm gonna go.
I'm going to
What-
Dollywood.
I'm go. Some people want to go to Disneyland. I'm like, fuck no, I'm going to Dollywood.
I don't know if I'd ever go to Disneyland. I've never been. I
I've been
don't
to
know how I
Disney
feel
World.
about it.
You want me to tell you what? Because I've only been to the one in California.
There's a fight going on up here, and get ready because I think I know what it is.
Oh God.
I will say,
Trolls and dogs.
Disney-
Let's go, baby.
Disneyland in California is just mid as fuck. Overpriced, stupid, eh.
What
I'm
about
not
the
even
one in
that big of a
Florida?
Disney person. Like, I've got things that I love about it, but. Ow.
We'll say,
Punching!
I
Ow.
recommend Universal at the end of the day. It's just infinitely funner.
I've been to Six Flags. Six Flags was great.
Oh hell yeah. I would say though, just go to Universal Studios if you want a theme park that's fun.
I might,
but I don't want to go to their weird Harry Potter world because I don't like
Oh, no.
supporting transphobes.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would say about that. That's the one thing I say is not great. That their Horror Nights are fun though. That's the
That
one
I
thing.
wanna do really bad. That sounds
The only
awesome.
thing the only thing I will complain about, I hate the fact, I think, it's because they do The Walking Dead. That's usually the one that dominates it the most, I think.
I'm
Because they
still
used to
here
do
for that,
other
as
shit.
long as I can have fun getting scared.
Yeah. Like, they're Silent Hill. I think they did Silent Hill twice, weirdly enough. I think they're
That's
doing it again.
awesome. That's really awesome.
I think... No, I think they're doing it again because, fun fact, I think they're actually doing another Silent Hill movie.
I love that. Holy shit.
Yeah, apparently they're doing another one, I think they said. I think Universal was actually going to do a Horror Nights of it.
Bold choice. Let's see how it plays out for it, Cotton.
Yeah, I think I would say the Universal in California is probably the better one because of the fact they have the actual movie stuff there. Cause,
Hey,
you know,
the dragon's
it's
here.
stuff they have.
Oh, sweet.
The Orlando one's completely different, though they do have the Dark Universe
The
experience
Dark
right
Universe
now.
looks really cool, and that's the one I'd want to go to.
I love the Invisible Man. He's such an asshole.
Oh, yeah. Jack Griffin, the Invisible Man.
Yeah, you either get one who's very suave and well-spoken, or you just get one who's a straight-up asshole to you.
Well, all of
and
them are
just like,
suave and well-spoken. And assholes.
yeah, but there's apparently two actors for him. One's like does the more
Whoa.
well-spoken stuff. The other one's just a straight-up asshole. He will just shit
That's
talk you the entire
cool.
time.
Hey,
That's-
I got grafted dragon.
Nice.
Ooh,
Follow me, everybody. Didn't the Dark
Follow
Universe
Cass.
die? No, that was a movie thing. The Dark Universe is now a theme park thing that's pretty cool.
yeah, and also they have I think like 3 different Igor actors who are all like gremlins, and they're all funny. You want to know something funny? One of them is like a really popular fan favorite because he loves ghosts. Apparently, he will actually sing ghost songs. There's like a couple of TikToks of him just singing, like just randomly singing Square Hammer, and he started singing Lacrima like I think a week ago.
That's cool.
And so ghost fans who have gone have actually given him ghost memorabilia, and he will actually because I guess they are, since he's so popular, the parts are like, okay, you can wear it because usually they don't like actually wearing that
Ice
stuff.
Dragon!
You know?
Yeah.
But they've been letting him wear it because they're like, okay, people like you, it's good PR. And like it's funny because like there's like it's just so cute. It's like I love this guy's having fun with his job. And people are just so nice to him.
Oh, Nosferatu was perfect, and I'm so excited for the next movie from
I'm down.
Robert Eggers. It's going to be The Wolfman.
Oh. I hope.
This is a big boss, by the way, so it's going to be scary.
Oh, the dragon?
No, this dragon specifically.
Oh, the frostbite.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll be fine. I mean, look at it.
Nice.
I
hit.
poked him in the eye.
That's true. You did.
Ow.
And then it dropped its whole weight on me.
Can we lob the dragon's tail off? I don't know. I don't think so.
No, not this one. Sadly, it's only the gaping dragon. And the centipede demon. You can cut off its head.
Ow,
Still.
fuck.
There's kind of not really a good reason to do that.
Ah! I'm frostbitten.
What the fuck?
Oddly, survive. Heal up. I've been frostbitten. Watch out.
What the
Run!
fuck? What's
Run!
that
Don't
stupid-
die! Don't die! Just don't die.
Nah,
Please
that's
don't
just-
die. You're the last one up.
Okay,
Okay.
you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. I just lost a level. It's all good. That frostbite sucks.
Yes, it does.
And I do not like the fact he
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I got. Okay, that's bullshit. I'm down, Kaz.
I'm down.
Oh, fuck.
Motherfucker!
God damn it.
Oh, he's almost dead. He's almost dead. We gotta come back and kill him. He's almost dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get
Oh
it.
no. Tail
Uh-oh.
cutting I think was taken out by Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. You can still do it with the Gaping Dragon, though.
Yeah, because that's like a well-known iconic
Yeah.
thing.
In this,
Yeah,
you
where
can
are
do
you
it with the
at?
Gaping Dragon. Oh god, the Night Rain came in. I don't think we can. Oh, can we?
Oh come on.
No, motherfucker.
Fuck.
Let's
yeah,
get
I
out
can't
of
do
here,
it.
I guess.
I thought I could do it.
No, it's not. That dragon's.
Dude.
I remember there's a very dumb thing you can do that
Yeah,
actually like.
if you get to the top of the mountain, you can get the thing.
Yeah, which is. I
There's
don't
like a special ability you can have, which is fine and nice, but not like great.
Yeah.
That you have to get that to really nail the dragon down. We almost had him, which sucks. We
Yeah,
were
the
very
thing is,
close.
yeah. Oh well, we're level. We're gonna probably be at least. Yeah, the top of the mountain has frostbite. That's.
Yeah.
I actually. That's something I do get frustrated with on this game. It doesn't explain. It should. There really should be better explanations on what they have here,
They rely on wikis and stuff to fill you in.
which I don't
For
like.
better or worse, that's what they do.
It's like. That's been something that bothered me with Elden Ring. It's like. It does feel like they're like, oh, we're relying on discovery stuff. It's like, it's not going to kill you to just tell us something. Your
Oh,
other
by the
games
way,
have.
I have an egg on my head. The egg on my head means that I'm smart. That's why I have the egg on my head, because I am smart. So thank you for putting this egg on my head. That proves to everybody watching that I am quite smart.
They spell smart.
SMRT.
You're alright.
Yeah, I can do that too!
I like we're just fighting a guy in a thong.
I have not
love
played
it.
Beyond Two Souls.
Oh, is that the David Cage game?
Oh,
here we
God, he's back!
Oh, it's my friend. Round 2, eh? You
Round 3 at this point, actually.
Round 4, I believe, actually.
Oh, God, I've
Here's what I'm
lost
gonna do.
track. Ow!
I have the funny dragon sword.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we don't have that many flask either. Blows. What? The rocks do damage? Oh, you bastard.
I hope you're having a great day, Elsa.
Ow!
Take it
Well, hey, Elsa. Hope
Hi,
you're having a good
Elsa.
day.
Ah! Ow.
Get out! Get back in the ring, you little shit. With your stupid eyeball.
Coming in.
Come in hot.
I hit him hard in the face. Watch out.
Oh, what the fuck?
Woo! Dodged it. Nice.
This is still not Skibidi toilet.
This is every bit as skibbity as it needs to be.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
La 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 la.
Chicken
Oh, God,
jockey!
no, I'm doing it. It's in my brain. Get it out. Get it out. Ugh.
Ah! Damn it. Ah, God. You don't need to show that. I hate that thing where, like, when you're out of Estus, you have that, like, little animation that you're locked into.
Yeah,
Round
and it
five
lets
because
a
of
little.
the implication. Woo! You know, the implication. Watch out! I'm down. I got smacked. I got curse bloinked. I got curse bloinked. We need Randy Pitchford and David Cage to be exiled. Yes, please.
David
Randy
Cage is such
Pitchford
a weird
is just.
person.
Ugh.
Oh, Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford needs to be, like, sent to a fucking island away from everybody.
I still can't help but laugh about the whole shit with like, was it like?
Oh, fuck me,
God.
no!
It's okay.
Ow.
It's okay.
Ah, my bones.
Oh, my lasagna.
Oh,
Hold on, Papa. I
Watch
could do
out.
it. I could.
Oh shit. Fat fuck.
you know, I
Ah,
want to
shit.
focus on the monster. Choke
But we need-
slam.
But we need our favorite goblin.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Oh, God.
But, Monsher.
Oh come on, you gotta do a
Oddly, you missed a
strut.
golden opportunity. You could have used the
What?
explosion. If you held it down next to us, it would have rested us all the way.
God.
If you do a
Oh,
full
fuck,
explosion
come on.
out next to us, if you could
hate-
last until you get it back.
I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate
Remember,
this thing.
don't panic roll. Don't panic roll. It's okay. You'll be all right. Just focus.
I'm not gonna be okay.
Just, can you heal?
I don't have any heals.
Come over to us. Come over to us. You're doing good.
Okay.
Watch
Fuck.
out.
Get away. Get away. Get away.
Oh,
Alright,
you
let's-
missed.
Good. Hold off on us. Wait till you have the explosion arm. How far are you?
Too far. I have to hit him a lot still.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice.
Oh boy.
Clean. It does build back up
Oh.
over time,
Ooh.
though.
Okay.
Watch out behind you. Are you good?
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my god, this is intense.
Ah, there it goes. It's okay. You did a really good job there.
I could probably beat him too.
Fuck. So much Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
This game, I swear.
The biggest is too, we keep forgetting to get flasks. It's hard to do it like the second night boss at 3.
It's also just like a lot of like having to plan and have it like nailed down. Like, gotta go here, gotta go here, gotta go here, gotta go here, gotta go here. You know? Ugh.
Like, yeah, like definitely we should at least hit one church before we act on like the first day.
I would
and
say 2 at least.
Oh no, you should hit 2 because
These
usually if
three
you have
grades,
6
yeah.
flasks, yeah, you're fine. Because we actually had a decent setup.
Yeah, it
to
wasn't
be
that
fair,
bad. It just wasn't that great.
yeah, the bad part is the fallen star beast is actually the more annoying. It's a bit of a tougher one because he's just hard. He's just got high defense and he hits hard like a max.
He hits like a truck sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not in his old arena, which was the goddamn in the first game, the one where you first fight the one in the damn crater on the mountaintop. That one sucked.
Yeah, you want to hit mines
So-
at night too as well.
And a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Like a lot of people argue the day should be a tad longer.
I'd actually
Or at
like
least-
that. I think that the days being a little bit longer would help, but you know, I'm no expert.
Someone
not
said
gonna
at least longer or maybe add a third day.
I'm just a silly goblin. A third day would be really cool. I would like
Like a
3
goblin.
days.
Someone said at least that seems fair because they feel like this is a little too tight.
It is a very restrictive time frame that you have in this.
Especially considering there's all these things that happen in the world, and they feel like, okay, do they want you to explore? Like I do see the argument. Some people said this game needed at least maybe a little more time to cook because
Yeah.
it does feel like
It
that
does-
is the argument. I agree with.
It is a little
Yeah, it does.
underdone. But it's
Yeah.
experimental and fun, and that's what matters.
I get
It's a silly
their whole
experimental thing.
I get
Yeah.
their whole premise and everything, and it is fun because I get to play with my favorite slime and
did you skip the
an
opening?
adorable goblin.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
Okay.
Wait, I'm someone's favorite slime? Who says it's lies?
Me.
God damn it! I'm gonna
Also,
throw you in the Tupperware.
Oddly, that was cold. I'm like, can we skip the opening? And you're like, we could do whatever, and then we don't skip the opening.
Damn it!
We're just skibbity.
We just kept like, you monsters.
My brain don't work.
I mean, to be fair, my brain is not working because I did work and I had to deal with some people that were just like, why did you open that? I need to know if it works.
Okay, there's a church right there.
Yeah, I'm marking the other thing next to us. Actually, that's a cathedral, not a church.
Well, there's actually a church next to it.
Oh, a church next
Like
to
a-
it. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, do not go over there. There's a carrion knight. I don't want to fuck with that. No. Do not touch the
We'll
carrion
get
knight.
that
Do not.
on the next thing.
Yeah.
We'll get that after we get all
Don't.
these 2 levels on.
Do not think about her. She might look pretty in that armor, but she will
I
kill
think
you.
about her every day because she's awesome and I love her. Thank you very much.
No, then she'll notice you. She'll be like, "Oh,
I want
you're
her to notice me.
She'll be like, "You're
Notice
looking
me.
at my McNuckies."
Good. That's when you're like, notice me harder.
I just realized these things have titties.
Yeah, they're women. Wrapped in a bunch of bandages.
Ow.
Hell yeah.
With silly hats.
Apparently they suppose
Ow!
their heads are pregnant, which is weird. Like that's all like George
Yeah,
R. R.
they have a
Martin.
lot of
like that.
ideas.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm on it, DM.
or
You
Alright.
call me
I got
Gaz.
how'd you get down by these guys?
It just
Sometimes
thrusted
you
hard.
get hit.
It thrusted and I did not like it.
I'm gonna take the trolls sickness. Hey, what's that?
I got D's sword. That's cool.
I got these.
I got
Nuts.
these
Oh,
nuts.
got him.
Oh, so you want something I learned about these building? Apparently, if you can get up top, there's a good chance you can find one stone key up there.
That's cool.
I
Oh,
think
here
I
we go.
just-
Let's.
Right here is the the little church for the flask.
Let's go get the church.
Take
At
me
least
to
get 8
church
flowers.
now.
We have got to get that clean rot night.
Oh, it's clean
It's
rot
too good
night?
not to. Because you said there was.
No, a carrion night.
Oh, carrion
Magic-
night.
the magical lady.
Oh yeah, no, I
one
want to
that-
kill her too. Let's go get her. I was thinking of clean rot. That's my bad.
She's gonna kick the shit out of us.
Okay,
We're
well,
level
let's
2.
wait then. Let's wait. Let's go grab something else. Let's get some more levels. We need more levels.
Yeah,
More
she's
delicious
at least.
levels. Oh, camp. We'll get levels here for sure. God, it's the soldier of God! Rick!
Wait, what?
That joke never
Where's
gets
the
old.
Pickle
Where's the
Rick.
silver of God?
That joke got old.
Yes.
Oh, God, I had a person yell Pickle Rick at me. I'm like,
Ugh.
oh, get away from me, you foul creature.
They had some things.
Rick the
interesting.
soldier.
Ooh,
Rick the soldier of God.
Yep.
No,
Where
it's
are
the
you?
soldier
Where'd
of
you guys
pick-
go? Where are you guys? No.
What the?
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm coming. What happened? Who hurt the goblin? I cut
All
them.
of them hurt me. I thought you were behind me. I
stabbed.
was wrong.
I
I
think that was my
misjudged.
cat. I think that was my cat Piper right behind you. I think that's what you got confused
That makes
there.
sense. That makes a lot of sense. I was
Not a
scared.
cat. Oh, there.
To be fair, Piper is like very chunky.
And
Okay.
Okay,
very
Cash is going up here, Dia.
Up.
there's a cathedral. Please be the giant. Oh, no, Fire Knight. Fire Knight.
No, they're nothing. But they have doggies.
There's got to be like a singular fucking a singular site of grace I can grab. My God. Oh, oddly, why?
What? What the fuck? What
I-
happened? What happened? What
ah.
happened? What?
Neil,
Ah,
where
I
are
opened your
you?
chest. I was
Where
trying to
are
heal.
you?
I'm literally
We're at-
directly in front of you. Oddly.
No, I'm talking. Where the hell is Dia? Dia, you're like the one
I-
who's like.
I am sure. I got tiny little legs and a frozen margarita.
All right, everyone,
In the hole.
going down the hole.
Everyone in the hole.
Okay.
Where's the hole?
How does this dog not fucking fuck these dogs?
Where the fuck is the hole? There's the hole.
There.
Found it. Let's go. Also, I'm gonna go get the fancy thing.
To the left.
Take it back now, y'all.
I'll be right there. I'm
Ah.
grabbing the thingy. Nothing super worth grabbing. Sorry, my bad. I'm on the way. There we go. Aha! Also, there's a fire priestess behind me.
Like when the father enemies just like wander over, but they're not wanted.
Oh, I got a fire wakizashi, so I'm gonna replace that.
I got this thing. It lets me
Fire.
shoot lasers.
I'll let you do Destructo Disc.
Let's see. Oh, church! Found a church! To the church!
To the church!
To the church.
Oh god,
Oh, look,
I
there's
love
a-
that manga so much. Oh, wait. Oh, gargoyle.
That's a
I don't think
gargoyle.
you can take that on.
No. They
No.
are
No.
heavy hitters.
Look, I've dealt with them in Elden Ring in the seamless co-op. No, thank you. I'm good.
They're fine when we get a couple more levels on us, but we need those levels. Alright, you're stronger right now, okay. Flame of the Red Maidens. There's a
Fucking
camp
dog,
up
get over
there
here.
too. We can probably grab that.
Oh yeah, no, the camps are different.
Alright.
I hope everyone's
This-
having fun though. Again, I'm really glad I could do this. I've been wanting to do
Oh,
this.
it's fantastic.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like something to de-stress after a long days of work, honestly. So I'm very much happy to be here. Plus, I get to play more Elden Ring with you, oddly. And I
Oh,
get to
no.
meet new people.
This way, I guess.
don't worry.
Ugh.
Yay!
There might be a boss down here too. Usually,
We're pretty far away from the circle.
oh, there's a big ass. Oh wait, the hippo.
Oh, it
Hippo?
is. Oh, we could
Right in
get
front of
that,
us.
Right? We could. We're level 4.
Yeah, the hippos died pretty fast.
Oh, I'm in its mouth.
You're
You know
being
what?
bored.
I deserve that. I am the one who vores. How dare!
Well,
That should
tell
be
that to this fella.
I am
That should
with
be
my
a real
sword.
statement. I am the one that pours.
That is a statement. I just made it. Well, I'm a she, but yes, that counts.
Yep.
I am she who bores.
Is that? Oh, I thought that was a golden node for a second. I was like, oh shit.
Handleless, curved sword, and you know
Uh-oh.
what, fuck it.
Oh,
Fuck it. I'm
bad
gonna
thing.
take the I'm gonna take the curse. I'm gonna take the sword. Fuck.
Let's hit the castle in the center because it's probably the closest thing we got.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going straight up to the top.
What's
All
at
the
the
way
top? I think it's a
from the top
death right
rope.
bird up there.
Okay, I'm going
From
down to the
top
bottom.
rope.
Yeah, because the only ones I've ever seen are either the commander, death right bird, or the tree spirit.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with an
You-
ultimate tree spirit right now.
They usually put the worst bosses on the top for some reason. Well,
Oh,
except for
you
the
gotta
commander,
climb
he's
up there
actually
to get him.
easy.
Oh,
Oh, I gotcha.
thingy over here?
Thingy.
Yeah,
Thingy is
usually
here.
that's why nobody.
Yes, I am here.
There. All right.
Oh, I'll take that. Lightning. You know what?
Well-
Hold on. There's lightning grease.
Oh, it's
Oh,
it's
this is
yeah, it's easy.
I'm taking
It
that.
sucks
it's-
that this
oh.
guy is easy because he's one of my favorite designs in the whole game.
What is? Who is?
Uh,
The light, the misbegotten
Yeah.
fella.
Ow, him.
The
Yeah.
sad part is like the one you find that in the Weeping Peninsula has like a cool thing, like where basically he
Ow.
just led a insurrection, I guess, with like
Yep.
because they
He went for freedom for his people.
you just kill him to get the grafted sword, which apparently has some lore to it.
Yeah. Hello, wandering youth.
Hi, wandering.
Hi, wandering.
It's going pretty good.
Ah! Aha! Oh, this guy's cooked.
Thank you. He was about to press me.
Not pressed
Ooh,
anymore.
a bloody heal. Oh, I'm taking the bloody healers.
I'm taking Nox's flowing sword. That one's actually
Nice.
pretty good.
Oh, that's my favorite area though, at least in Elden Ring. I love the eternal
What?
state of Nox. You know, the one with all the
Oh,
weird
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah.
One of my buds was asking me. One of my buds, Mama Heavy, had actually asked about the fucking
Arts.
They didn't know about the steel balls, and they just thought that's the funniest thing in the world to them. It's just a
Oh, the
fucking
steel ball.
yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. It's just a rolling ball that this like.
Oop,
Well, it's a
lion.
big. It's a. Oh, elder lion.
Oh.
Well, they
How do
thought
you
that
like
was the most.
Duchess so far? I love it, honestly. I prefer Duchess.
I like that. I
I'm
think they do
playing
have like a
John
couple
Nightrain.
of John Nightrain. I know that guy.
Yeah, we're both playing on.
We are John Elden Ring. Oh, John Nightrain. Elden something. Oh
Ow.
God. Hey, guy, get stabbed in the butt. There you go. I am the butt stabber.
Oh!
So you want to know what I like about Bloodborne that no other game has that makes it funny?
What?
What?
You're basically a butt doctor. You're just fisting people in the ass half the time.
That is true, and I do love that. Bloodborne's critical art of just shoving your hand wrist deep inside of somebody is very funny and very good.
The fact that you basically could kill a pig by this pulled, like someone
Punch
said,
it
pulled pork.
in the butt.
Oh, God.
Guess why are you going up there?
I love it how you just said pulled pork, and I'm just like, now I can't look at a pulled pork sandwich the same.
Oh, actually, I can really go for a pulled pork sandwich. That sounds awesome. Holy
So fun
shit.
fact, I used to know a Bloodborne group. That was their name, Pulled Pork, and it was just like all their dedicated do is just
Nice.
fisting everything in the butt in Bloodborne. That was their sole reason for existence.
Wandering said, ew. I'm sorry, Wandering.
Hey, say
It's just-
you all you want. It is what it is.
Ow! Why?
It is what it is, guys.
Ow.
No, Cass, don't die.
This way. I think we can get it to the top if we just rush past people.
I want to go up to the top and fight whatever's
We
up
have
there.
to see what's up here. It's for
I
science.
don't wanna.
Too bad.
It could be an
Come
ulcerated
on.
tree
Come
spirit.
on, Morty. Come on. It's for science. I'm trying to learn.
This
Tree
guy's
spirit,
fat
Morty.
fucking ass is in my way, and
Oh,
he
it's,
keeps
it's,
pushing.
it's a draconic tree sentinel, Morty. You love those
Oh, no.
guys. You love them.
Fuck that. I am not fighting that thing.
You love them, Morty. Come on. Okay, holy shit. He can just one-shot us. Never mind. Run. I'll be downstairs in a minute. Just walk downstairs really quick if you could.
Okay.
I should be right at the exit. Please come save me.
Where are you?
I'm trying to. I'm getting these goddamn assholes poking me with their fucking stick. I
Never
hate
mind, I'm
these
dead.
fucking father enemies.
Ow.
Yeah, I died. What of it? What are you gonna do about it? Sue me?
Goddamn knights.
You won't. We're almost at the at the tree section of this end of night 1. There really should be a night 3. Now that you brought it up, it just sounds better to have a 3rd night.
It should be.
It does really.
Oh,
I'm hoping maybe
Uncle, enjoy your lurk. Mwah.
Ow! Ow! I'm killing you.
I'm gonna probably not have time to grab the thing. I do not. That's okay. Let's just go. Time to
I hate Banished Knights so damn much.
actually one of my favorite designs.
I'm sorry.
I like their armor. I like their cod piece. I don't like how they fight.
Draconic, Tree Sentinel, Deathbirds, and Bell-bearing Hunters are very dangerous. That is very true.
Yeah, bell-bearing hunters are just Darth Vader. It's just Vader running at you. It's so fucking horrifying.
But that's the thing, Vader running, that is a scary thought indeed. I
I mean, he used to a lot.
But now he can't.
Okay, Dia, let's leave the castle. Fuck this castle. Fuck this stupid ass castle.
Leave?
No, because we kept getting held up. We kept having Banished Knights and their little and those little assholes in there.
They just wanted to show their collection of Pokemon cards to us, and we were like, can we not?
Well,
I want to see your.
Did they have any good ones though?
They had one rainbow foil and it was the lamest one.
I mean, okay, well, what was it though?
It was a Meowth.
Okay, Meowth is sacred, and I love Meowth a lot. So you picked the one of the only Pokemon that I objectively disagree with you about on. Meowth is amazing. I love Meowth.
They did have a Ditto though. I like the Ditto. Hate me all you want. I like Ditto.
Why would I hate you for liking Ditto? I'm a trans person. Ditto is goals.
A lot of people just think Ditto's a lame Pokemon. Like, Ditto's trying their best. They're just a little guy. Let them be.
Ditto's adorable.
Let them be silly.
Ow.
There we go.
There you go. Emergency prostate exam, buddy.
What?
Now your prostate is prostated.
Oh! In the skull. Into pieces. You fool. Oh, you're not dead? Okay, fuck. Oh, now he's dead. Cool. We're probably gonna get someone pretty cool for a boss. Most likely somebody who's really awesome and will let us win.
Alright.
I was wrong. He is the worst person.
That's okay. Here you guys go. Okay.
Ow, no.
It's okay. I got you.
Just sip a little bit. And coming in for the smack. Oh.
No, don't touch me.
Coming
Don't
in for
touch
the
me.
swing! Come on.
You dirty bastard.
Woo! Woo!
I'm gonna get you.
Okay, I got...
With the Kodak disc.
Fire! I knocked him.
I stabbed him.
Nice. Get that
I'm
crit.
surprised.
Hell yeah. Watch out. Oh!
I gotta back up.
Oh god.
I stopped his charge with the arm explosion. Oh! Wind! My enemy! Mortal enemy!
I'm out. Heals. Fuck.
Just don't die, forehead.
What the fuck is
forehead.
that?
It's a tail. Crucible
Yeah,
powers.
it's basically God. It's basically God. Whatever the fuck his name is. Godfrey. God butthole
Godwin.
monster.
Godwin.
Godwin. If he was actually good.
Oh, sorry, no, this isn't Godwin. This is, fuck. No, this is Godric. This is Godric.
Yeah. This is him if he was actually if he actually had something going for him.
He really should have used the Crucible at that point. It would have been cooler than the Grafted Dragon. I mean, the Grafted Dragon is objectively cool, don't get me wrong. But, like, using Crucible powers that early would have been really awesome, especially with the Grafting being a thing.
Yeah, especially because, like, it would probably... Well, it's implied, I think they're not that far off with the Crucible and everything.
Because, like, the Crucible is the real source of power in, like, it's the beginning of everything.
Salmoth, thank you for the raid.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Raiders!
Hello. For those coming in, I'm Papa Ali, your father in hell. I'm like a regular father, only better because I'm from hell, playing Elden Ring with Cassafel and Dia. We're locking the fuck in, Samurai.
Yep. I'm Cass. I'm an art variety streamer. I play video games, I draw things, and I do reacts.
I'm Dia. I'm a demigod from the Netherworld, and I hope you've been having a great day. Fuck me.
Oh boy.
Got you, Cass.
Thank you. Alright, he's done. He's done.
Die.
He's definitely cooked. He's cooked.
There we go. He's cooked.
He's
How
done.
you doing, Sal?
Hell yeah.
Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Well, let's see. What were you playing, Sal? Well, let's see what you were playing.
Oh boy.
Let's see what you were playing.
I'm gonna get successive attacks that will just increase
Minecraft.
my HP.
Hope you're having fun with Minecraft.
Minecraft's fucking wonderful. By the way, if you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to hit the follow button, because the follow button is always one of your friends. It is always beautiful, it is always incredible, and it will always be there for you no matter what. Also, we should probably get some more stuff. Let's go ahead and... What do we got?
Hey, Jacob.
Runes!
Yeah, is there...
Runes!
Okay, yeah, let's go over there.
Ruins!
Runes.
Yes, you
There we
ruined
go.
it! Soiled it! Soiled it!
Soiled it!
Soiled it!
Soiled it! Soiled it!
Soiled it.
I feel like
Oh,
I
shit.
like SpongeBob.
Oh boy, okay, get ready. This is a tornado over. We're gonna have to deal with some people.
Oh boy.
I find it fun. I just like SpongeBob Brain Rots Eternal.
I love SpongeBob so much.
I early SpongeBob influenced a lot of my humor.
Minecraft
I don't know
was
why-
fun and scary because of horror mods. Nice.
I don't know why I've just seen like edited SpongeBob of Squidward answering the phone saying Squidward speaking. He's like, Patrick, did you or did you not open my bag of carbon monoxide in the Krusty Krab? Hypothetically, how do we close it?
Fuck.
I'm down.
Let me get you.
I know, there's a Revenant and a Wilder here.
I don't
Okay.
think you're gonna be able to get me.
No.
No, just leave me. Just leave me. I'm fine. Oh, you used horror monsters.
Dirty
actually.
bastard.
Fuck. Healing up. Handling one of the Albinurics.
Ah, you goddamn Alvernaric. Oh my god.
Oh, I
I
know.
cover Sunster. Nice.
Wilder's down.
Okay.
I'm going
well, I'm
after
gonna beat up
I'm
on
going after the Revenant.
Recluse.
Or Recluse. Sorry, whatever. Same
Hot
thing.
lady, I know you're hot, but I'm gonna
Hot
have to beat
lady,
your ass.
she's dead now. Doesn't matter that her feet are out. She dead.
Don't matter, she
Indeed.
got big boobies.
Big booby indeed. Wilder sword
Big-
+2.
Oh, I'll take that shit. Give me that.
I have it.
Wait,
It's
where-
mine.
I also have it
I
now.
got a reclusive staff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can use that really.
Envoy's horn. I'm taking the Envoy's horn because I want to blow things.
You want to blow
Ayo.
things? Damn.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I mean, I like blowing things.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we can also finish off the Albinurics here as a boss. We just need to find the spot where it triggers it. There also might be one more Revenant here, but I don't think there will be.
Are those
There we
like
go.
actual players or are these NPCs?
Oh, they're NPCs.
Okay. I always wondered that. Weirdly enough, I did have a Duchess just pop out of nowhere one time. Why did you guys got like? Why did you guys look like they got some kind of skin infection?
It's because of the tornado thing. It's like a Night Rain infected area.
I thought you were gonna just say they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that is accurate.
They got eczema. They it's that time of the year.
Oh!
They just need cold cream.
Okay, this sword's pretty sick. Oh,
I really think they look so dumb though. It's just like they
I
got
love
the
them so much.
big ass heads.
They're adorable. They're the Bobo's Minted guys. All right, let's go after that
It is
guy.
sad
We got a big
learning
boss.
how they're created though.
What weren't they like? The legs
Like
of
artificial
those one
humans.
guys? They're like homunculi. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently there's several versions and stages of being Albinora because there's like those ones that you see they don't have their legs have like disappeared and crawl around and scream at you and stuff.
Yeah. I know those guys. Those guys are silly.
Yeah, then you have the weird ones
That...
that-
Duration. I guess I'll grab that.
Then you have those weird ones that like crawl on the ground, they scream at you and try to eat you.
Oh, do you think you can take on a wyvern?
Oh yeah, he should be fine.
Let's
We're
level
level
up
10.
first. Where's the nearest Grace?
I
It's
think it might be
past
by him.
It's past
Yeah.
him.
Here,
by
follow
the
me.
Mine.
I don't
Ah.
have my. I do not have my ult. I will say that. That
Follow
way
me.
we could.
Follow me.
Yeah, it's all right. Let's do this.
Oh boy.
I'm going over to the
All
side
right.
of Grace real quick. I'll be right there. Okay.
Okay. It might go out because he's nearby.
He's following you.
Of course he is.
All right, I got his attention.
All right, go grab that. I'm gonna level up to catch back up to everybody, and then I'm on my way. All right, there we are. What did I
God damn
just
it! You.
pick up for an
you-
item too? What is that? Improved deathlight resistance and extended spell duration. Those are not super useful, but they're something. Oh yeah, we got this guy. We got him. We'll kick his ass.
Oh, don't you cute. I actually love these guys.
They're so cool.
It's kind of lame. They become like a basic boss enemy, but you know they have like a really cool like reason thing.
Yeah. They're what
Is it-
happens when you do Dragon Communion. You eventually become a magma worm.
Yeah.
It's what you get for trying to play Immortal, which I think this is a pretty cool thing to turn into. If I'm being honest,
Yeah, you
it
know,
doesn't
just-
seem like a bad deal.
Apparently, it's just described as not a very great existence, so to be one of these things.
Yeah, but like they don't do a good job of making it seem like it wouldn't be a great existence. Just looking
just
at
make
it,
it sound
it's
better.
pretty sick. Like, look at you're like a cool snake dragon magma monster. And
I
you
mean,
got a
it's
sick
like
sword.
Yeah, and it's like real girl boss stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
what girl doesn't want to be a big old fuck all dragon just puking up lava everywhere and
This is
trying to eat
serving.
people?
This is serving.
Come on,
Come on.
stop doing it already. God fucking damn,
This is why
buddy.
they're
Oh,
tough to
damn.
fight. He's
They
going to
move.
go. Oh, there it goes. Really? There it goes. Ah, in the eye. Yeah. And he's gonna die. Get the belly. Get the bellies. Kill him in the belly. Haha.
There we go.
Stab him, tum tum.
I got a
I'm
meteor
getting,
staff.
I'm getting my ass beat by these guys.
That looks neat.
Soldier
Ow,
of God.
ow. Move.
It's nighttime. It's
It burnt.
It's evil nighttime.
It burns.
Are we?
It
Oh
burns.
no, we're not. We're not at the end of day 2. We're just okay. I was so scared.
Motherfucker. That fucking night.
I was so scared. You alright, Aldi?
Yeah, that's just the dumbass cannon fodder enemies. Just they.
They kept poking
What-
you.
Yeah, to be honest, I have noticed, and I think this is since Dark Souls 3. Poise does not mean shit.
Poise is definitely a thing that they put in the game. It
In the
is
game.
definitely in the game.
Does it work? Maybe not.
Well,
Will
a
it work?
Plague of Locusts
Oh,
is in the
no.
game too. Nice. Nice.
Well, it's like someone like Dark Souls 3. Obviously, it either they changed it or does not work.
Going after
I-
boss.
Okay. I'm gonna try and catch up. Oddly, go the other way. Go the other way.
I'm stopping off at a at a thingy. I'm stopping off at a site of grace. Oh,
I'm just going near you, Kate.
gotcha.
AC. I already leveled up. I found a side of grace, but I'd rather just stick together.
Okay, I got crabs.
Come on, let me take the site. Let me take the site of grace. Come on. Okay, it will not let me level up. That's frustrating.
Why?
Might
What's
be an
that
enemy
noise?
nearby.
What is that? What is that? Why is there sparkly things?
Those are locusts.
Yeah.
In the
No,
gay.
thank you.
Yes.
In the gay.
In the
as
what?
gay as it gets. I don't know what enemy is in here, so it'll be fine. The Locust Curse. Don't get hit by it because it'll steal a level from you.
Yep.
Nope.
I know. I stole a
It tried
level
to-
from you.
No, it tried to touch me.
Yeah, it'll do
Oh,
that
no.
too. It's very touchy. It's very grabby.
Oh no.
Where's the enemy?
Oh,
here?
I just say, Kaz, you remind me of the whole funny debacle of Randy Pittsburgh and the thumb drive.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he have like porn on a thumb drive or something?
It was a magic trick where a lady apparently did something involving confetti. She was a magician.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
This
Ow,
whole
my
ass excuse
God.
that made me laugh. It's like, bro, just admit that you like that stuff. There's
He
nothing
looked
wrong
at
with that.
porn. It's normal. Like,
I don't
Apparently,
know.
she's like,
Where
no,
the
I
fuck
think
is
it's
the-
because
there's
she was
supposed to be
dressed like a. Oh, there
Yeah.
she is, right behind you, Carrie Knight. I think the
don't-
funny part
I don't
was
see
she
her.
was dressed
Oh,
as a
there she-
clown.
you found her.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
shit.
right behind you, Cass.
I don't see her at all. I'm trying to fight her. I'm trying to kill her. I just don't physically see her anywhere.
Wait, for real?
Oh, 'cause
we're like
she's-
find
I
her.
literally cannot see her. Like, at all.
I got resurrected and hit at the same time. What the hell?
This is annoying.
she's
This
literally-
is- Thank you. Thank you, NIGHTREIGN. That's great.
That is so wild. You cannot see the boss we're
Yeah,
fighting.
she's just gone. She's just not here.
Yep, my level was absorbed.
I do not know where she is at all. You have to guide me. I'm blind.
She's like right in front of us. Like I am literally attacking her.
All right. Well, I'm trying. Did that do anything?
I don't even know. Dia is down though.
I'm
Again.
fixing it. I'm gonna lose
I think
a
the funny
level.
part is she's able to aim at you.
Oh, now I
Don't
can see
like-
her. There we go. Now now I'm down. Oh, that's cool. I think I'm good on NIGHTREIGN after this. The
No worries.
Carrion Knight being invisible,
Oh, fuck.
did kind of ruin some of my excitement.
That is fair enough.
Oh, why did I do the art? And the fact that we're fighting her with the damn.
Oh,
Oh shit.
yeah. I think
Yeah, the Loki.
I'm NIGHTREIGNed out after this match.
Oh,
I am down to
motherfucker.
level 5. Jesus Christ.
Eat my whole ass.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's why I
Woo!
dislike the Carrion Knight.
No, it wasn't the Carrion Knight that was the problem, as far as I'm
It-
concerned. It was,
it was-
losing 2 levels and the enemy being invisible to me.
Elden Ring is a totally fair and balanced game, and now we're the. Oh god. What is with the fucking?
Oh my god, it spawned me into losing a level.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck this stupid plague of locusts. I
Uh,
hate that so fucking much.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and then the bad part is you can still hit us, and it's like,
I am so over it. I am so over it right now.
Ow, ow.
Impressive. Impressive. They really did that thing where they made a very balanced and good experience in this moment. I feel seen. I feel appreciated. I feel like my skill has been challenged very heavily.
I feel like
I feel like
Good job.
I feel
Good job.
like it's a fair and balanced game.
I got spit in the face.
No, we're being sarcastic. We're
I know.
actually this game is just.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
Yes. That was the joke. That was
Oh no,
the
I thought
silly
you.
joke.
I don't know. I'm kind of out because it's starting to get me
Yeah,
a little
this-
more tilted than I thought.
This is worn on me to the point where I am definitely done after this. That was a very anti-fun experience for a minute there, the opposite of catharsis. A note to game developers: when trying to make your game more difficult, a random encounter system that can cause you to lose progress if you are in the wrong spot, which can also target you while you are spawning, is not necessarily a great idea.
Don't have
many
level loss
people-
effects.
Many people will say things like crybaby, malding, or get good. I'm just saying that it is not a thing I appreciate from a gameplay perspective. I think it's anti-fun.
Especially when it lasts way longer than it should.
Oh,
probably,
use
actually.
LibreOffice, by the way.
Libra?
Jacob asked a question about a program to use for writing. LibreOffice is an excellent one.
Oh, we're gonna get a falling star beast.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Can we not get? You know what? I don't think they should have ever put that boss in this game. I hate
Yeah.
that boss. It's not a fun boss in this game.
I actually like it. I like it when I am at the appropriate level to fight it. This has been a very Elden Ring experience.
Are you kidding me? See, this game is totally not broken. This game totally didn't need maybe a couple of months.
Oh,
It's a
fuck
full
off.
grown. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, we're fighting the guy.
He's immune to bleed, so I can't do shit with that.
He is
I'm
immune to
down.
bleed, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Doesn't mean.
Holy shit! Oh, that's just. Oh my god.
Mother.
Let's get in clutch, baby! Let's get in clutch! Let's do this!
I'm getting my ass.
Nothing can stop us now! Woo!
I hate his little,
I love
little
the strut.
strut.
I'm not
Hello,
gonna lie,
hello.
I love this strut. It's so adorable. Big punch attack! Which he just walked away from entirely. I timed that at the worst possible moment!
Ow.
Woo!
My god. You fucker. Stop moving so fucking much. You're actually annoying.
God damn.
Fuck you. You should be able to roll. You don't have a... Your spine don't look like...
Oh, shit! Oh, no!
There we go. I get...
Thank you.
Oh, move.
Oh!
Oh.
Nice. Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, we have to get him to hit that stupid rock, because he will
Oh,
actually
that's
stun
right,
himself.
yeah! I forgot
That's
about
one of
that.
his mechanics. He will actually stun himself if he hits those rocks, if he runs into them full force. Though he can also just destroy him like that too.
Oh, I thought that would
because-
stun him.
No, he has to run into it head first.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, we're gonna do that.
Like
next
what?
time.
Yeah,
Is
like
there
when he
another pillar?
charges in there. Yeah, there's one
Oh,
behind,
let's
right
go.
behind
Let's all
me.
get on it. Everybody get on it. To the pillar. To the
He's just
boss
doing his
gimmick
little
pillar. Just put the pillar between you and him.
He just
Oh,
done
he's
destroyed it.
rolling! He's rolling! No, okay, yeah, he destroyed it.
Oh, missed me. I think he can stun him, but he has a very high threshold for
Yeah,
stunning.
yeah, he's got a very high stance because he's a big guy. Oh!
In
Woo!
fact, he does do bleed.
Do we have another pillar? Oh no, he does bleed!
He does bleed. He's
Yeah,
immune
he
to it.
does! He does do bleed! Holy shit! Oh,
This is.
oh god!
Oh, watch out.
Woo! Oh shit, I'm down.
Ass.
Oh, motherfucker.
That's game.
Alright, that is
Ugh.
enough for me. That is enough for me. I'm good on Night Rain. Thank you
Me
very
too.
much. It truly is one of the games. It is a game of all time, and I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So it's a well thought out game.
Woo!
It's a well-balanced game. Totally is not broken.
It is.
Yeah, totally
I love
doesn't
this.
feel like I got railed.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta get railed, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it from me today.
Yeah.
Are you all want to raid somebody, or are you gonna keep streaming?
I'm probably going to move on to Oblivion. Remastered.
Get some Oblivion on. I will raid into you.
Okay,
I
thank
will
you.
go-
Yeah.
I will do the same thing.
I am sending everybody your way, you silly little creature.
Yes.
Thank you, too. I'm sorry you couldn't be Augur, though.
Oh, it's all
You're
good.
fine.
It is all good.
Yeah, I had fun, even though
Yeah.
it was
Night
it's
Rain.
just stealing. Yeah, just Night Rain. We had fun.
Yeah.
We met new people, and honestly, I am very much lucky to play with two lovely people. Honestly, tonight. And Cassie,
Aw.
and Cassie, it's great to actually meet you. You are a lovely goblin. I will always treasure, and I treasure you.
Great to meet you as well. And I am a creature worth treasuring. I am a silly little creature. No one knows what I'm gonna do next. Probably light something on fire. But I'll see you all later. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
see you
raid
later.
out over there now. I'm gonna send you all immediately, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow, where I will be streaming. I'll be alive again. I'll see you in your dreams, whether you want me to or not. And
right.
I'll talk to you on Oddly's channel real quick. Here we go.
Bye-bye.
And I shall do the same. Let's go ahead and raid the Oddly.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys. Bye-bye.